damage to our country. We don't need his twin, Jamie Smith, doing the same to South Dakota.
Come on, man.
Joe and Jamie are double trouble. Say no to Jamie Smith.
Paid for by Christie for Governor.
It's the September Tour de Yankton.
The South Dakota Department of Labor, Riverfront Broadcasting, and Yankton Thrive
are joining forces on September 20th from 1 to 3 p.m.
Here's one tour stop.
The First National Bank Card Center in Yankton is hiring for senior account specialists and credit card senior specialists, both full-time and part-time, with various schedules available. Positions come with a full benefits package and start at $18 an hour. There's an option to work from home once training is completed. To apply, go to fnbo.com/careers.
The Tour de Yankton featuring Tuxedo, South Dakota Human Services Center, Manitou, Perkins, and Dollar Tree.
Parker Hannafin, First National Bank Card Center, Avera Education and Staffing Solutions, Mead Lumber, and Sherwin-Williams.
Apply, interview, and get started on a new career.
Tour de Yankton, Tuesday afternoon, September 20th from 1 to 3.
For more, go to yanktonsd.com.
Welcome back into YHS Nation. I am Braden Butler. Thank you again to Renee Terashinsky for calling in and having a nice conversation with me about the YHS Athletic Booster Club and what plans it has going forward and how it helps Yankton High School athletics. It's a busy week. It's a special week, homecoming week next week for Yankton High School, and there's a list of activities from Monday to Friday next week that need to be talked about. Starting off on Tuesday, September 20th, girls soccer versus Pierre at 4 at home. Boys following that versus Pierre at home as well. That will be covered right here on KYNT and KYNTV. Josh Boelter and myself will be on the call of that one, so be sure to tune in for Bucks and Gazelles soccer. Later on Tuesday evening, volleyball. Gazelles will play against the Sioux Falls Lincoln squad at 7 o'clock at home as well, so it's a busy day at home at Yankton High School. Jumping ahead to Thursday, September 22nd, tennis girls triangular at Sioux Falls Washington High School at 10 a.m., and then the homecoming festivities ramp up Thursday night. Starting at 7 p.m. Thursday night, homecoming coronation at the Yankton High School gym. Immediately following coronation will be the burning of the Y in the Southwest Teachers parking lot at the Yankton High School. Of course, following that, high school homecoming buck tradition at 9 at Crane Youngworth Field. Thursday night is a big night for Yankton homecoming this year. Moving on to Friday night, the high school homecoming gong show will happen at Yankton High School at 8:30 a.m. This is only open to YHS students, however, not open to the public. Later on that day, though, Yankton High School homecoming parade at 2:30 in downtown Yankton. This one is open to the public. Feel free to come out and check out all the floats and all those in the parade. Cross country has an invitational at Fox Run Golf Course at 3 p.m. also Friday afternoon. And of course, the clincher to homecoming week, the homecoming football game versus T area at 7 p.m. at Crane Youngworth Field. Pregame right here on KYNT and KYNTV with Bryce and Josh at 6:05. And don't forget, with KYNTV, you never have to miss a minute of the Yankton action. KYNTV is on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, online at KYNT1450.com, and it even has its own smart TV app on Roku and Apple devices. Download or subscribe today to make sure you never miss a minute of the action. KYNTV is Yankton's home stream. Coming up next, we'll officially send it to Pierre for the Hy-Vee pregame show with Bryce Ladwig and Josh Boelter. Thank you for listening to YHS Nation on KYNT.
FM 102.1 and AM 1450. KYNT, Yankton.
From ABC News, I'm Chuck Severson. Tropical Storm Fiona is forecast to move across the Caribbean's easternmost islands tonight before slowing south of the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico late tomorrow and Sunday. ABC's Victor Oquendo in San Juan, Puerto Rico.
Fiona making a run at the Caribbean, the U.S. mainland watching to see where it will go next. Hurricane hunters flying through Fiona, churning in the Atlantic Thursday. Puerto Rico bracing for up to 12 inches of rain. Winds threatening the U.S. territory's already fragile power grid.
Tropical storm warnings are up for the Leeward Islands, St. Martin, Guadeloupe, Puerto Rico, the U.S. Virgin Islands. So far, we don't know exactly how much money was used exactly to fly migrants from Texas to Massachusetts, how much of money from Florida. Florida Aviation Company was paid $615,000 in State Department of Transportation funds earmarked for highway operations. The payments just a week before roughly 50 migrants who had arrived in San Antonio, Texas, were taken on a flight that Governor Ron DeSantis arranged to Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts, and he insists that they were given a good ride and they're given everything and that they're treated humanely. President Biden's been meeting tonight with family members of Brittany Griner and Paul Whelan, the Americans held prisoner in Russia. The president also hosting the president of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa.
One of the great moments of my career was when the first time Nelson Mandela came to the United States.
Mr. Biden praising South African scientists for leading groundbreaking research into COVID. Critics say California's electricity issues are a result of bad policy decisions, not a warming planet. Governor Gavin Newsom at a bill signing today disagreeing with that.
The world's waking up. There's this great awakening. Because if you don't believe in science, you have to believe your own eyes.
Governor Newsom's bills had to do with climate change. You're listening to ABC News.
Research shows listeners prefer a personalized experience. So to help you remember, Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance. We personalized this ad for Amber, who really misses boy bands from the 90s.
Hey girl, I'm the cute one, here to tell you how Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance so you only pay for what you need.
I'm the heartthrob. The only thing I love more than you is saving. And I'm the other boy in the band everyone forgot about.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Dell Technologies' semi-annual sale has arrived, and it's time to upgrade to the latest business technology. Save big on laptops and desktops with Windows 11 Pro. Plus, get amazing deals on server, storage, and cloud solutions, as well as top work accessories, including docks, monitors, and more. Dell Technologies recommends Windows 11 Pro for business. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL for special business offers during our semi-annual sale.
Uber says its ride-sharing services are available again after a major data breach. Security professionals say a lone hacker, believed to be 18 years old, is responsible, gaining access to sensitive customer and financial data. No word yet how much data was stolen. A teenage girl in Southern California has died on her high school campus after unknowingly taking fentanyl.
15-year-old Melanie Ramos thought she had bought Percocet from a 15-year-old boy, and then she died inside of her high school bathroom this week here in L.A. The pill was laced with fentanyl. The boy now arrested for manslaughter. DEA special agent in charge, Bill Bodner, says parents need to be aware.
Teenagers, they're too comfortable with prescription drugs.
He says teens don't understand what they're buying on the street is not the name brand drug they think they're getting.
These drugs are fake and they don't contain legitimate pharmaceutical ingredients. They're made with fentanyl, and that's what's making them incredibly deadly.
Alex Stone, ABC News.
A Palestinian farmer planting a new olive tree hit something hard with his shovel. Turns out it was an ornate Byzantine-era mosaic that experts say is one of the greatest archaeological treasures ever found in Gaza. The longest-running show on Broadway is closing down. The Phantom of the Opera will drop its chandelier for the last time next February. The show fell victim to smaller pandemic audiences. This is ABC News.
Former President Trump just wrote on Truth Social that Dick Morris's new bestseller, The Return, is a great book and urges you to get it. The Return reveals that big media and the deep state have formed an alliance to stop Trump. An Amazon bestseller. Get Dick Morris's The Return or see the free offer from Newsmax and save $28. Just call 800-NEWSMAX. That's 800-NEWSMAX. Or go to thereturn911.com. Get it today.
Chuck Severson, ABC News.
Looking for the pylon. Yankton touchdown. Put 6 up on the board. That's a Yankton Bucks touchdown.
Gets the handoff and is brought down behind the line by Yankton.
Yankton touchdown.
Brought down right at the 20.
The bowling ball gets into the end zone. The touchdown, Yankton.
You are listening to Bucks Football on KYNT, Yankton's home team. This broadcast is brought to you in part by
Mason Schramm and the Move Group, Hedro, Avera, Truxedo, Culligan Water, USD Athletics, 1919 Root Beer, Rhonda Westland State Farm, Vision Real Estate, Missouri River Associates, Buell's Cleaners, South Dakota Office of the Attorney General. Triple Time Rudy's, H&R Block, Top Notch Cleaners, the UPS Store, Yankton Medical Clinic, Hy-Vee, Olson's Pest Technicians, Gerstner Oil, Vision Care Associates, MT and RC Smith Insurance, First Dakota National Bank, First Chiropractic Centers, First National Bank of Omaha, Sherco.
Now, let's go to the field with KYNT Sports Director and the voice of Yankton Bucks football, Bryce Ladwig.
And we are live from the state capital, Pierre, South Dakota. Yankton Bucks football. The 3-0 Yankton Bucks ranked number 3 in the media polls, taking on the number 1 team in the media polls, also undefeated 3-0, the Pierre Governors. This is Bryce Ladwig being joined by Josh Boelter here on the Hy-Vee pregame show, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Josh, how are we doing tonight?
I'm doing great. You know, this is a big fight field tonight. It's two of the best teams in the state getting ready to settle things on the gridiron. I'm looking forward to it.
Let's get the elephant in the room out of the way. First, Josh just mentioned it once, maybe twice during the broadcast, but that is it. We are coming to you live from a scissor lift here at Hollister Field. So
I was going to say, the elephant, they're more like the scissor lift in the room.
Scissor lift in the room. Yeah, so we are, you know what, I do want to actually give a thank you to the Pierre School District for providing the scissor lift. The reason it's here is, well, it's such a big game. So many media outlets are here to cover it, ourselves included, of course. And we have a 3-man crew we work with usually, and thought it'd be best that we were the ones outside, which we are okay with as long as we get to cover the game. And they provided a scissor lift right next to the press box here. So that's how we are coming to you live here from Hollister Field. But doesn't matter where we're at, Josh. The only thing that matters is the scoreboard after the game, and hopefully the Bucks can pull off a big upset here.
Yeah, and I think we're in for a good one. Like I just said, two of the best teams in the state right now, both really dominating starts to the season. It's going to be interesting to see how this one goes.
Yankton most recently defeated Watertown at home last Friday night, 41-7. And then the Pierre Governors on last Saturday night defeated Mitchell 50-6. And so I said both 3-0. The thing that stands out to the most to me, Josh, is the points per game average and then points against average. Yankton 41.3 points per game to Pierre's 50.6. And then Yankton allowing just 4.3 points per game over 3 games. And Pierre not much more than that, 7 per game. These are two stout offenses and defenses. And 11 AA so far this season is really shaping out, Josh, to anyone can beat anyone. I want to say that first, but really top heavy as far as competition.
Yeah, and you know, you look at both of these teams specifically on offense, they're both led by star quarterbacks that really get the job done, lead the offenses, and you see that on the field, high-scoring offenses. On defensive side, they both get it done in different ways. With Pierre, you're going to see more size and things like that, but with Yankton, it's speed and it's physicality, and they fly to the ball. Specifically in that second level, you'll see linebackers like Shaler Platt and Charlie Foote really lead the way there. And I'm looking forward to seeing that contrast in styles on both sides try to handle these two really great quarterbacks in Rugby Reichen and Lincoln Keenholz.
And one thing there is a difference is that Pierre likes to throw the ball, and so does Yankton. Yankton averaging 258 yards per game in the air, but Pierre 371.3 yards per game through the air on average, just 92.6 on the ground for Pierre. Yankton more even, 241.7 yards per game on the ground. Yankton really has been almost split right down the middle with how they'll attack you.
Yeah, and they're really balanced. We saw that last week. Gavin Swanson over 100 yards rushing, I believe 161 yards on 14 carries. He was phenomenal last week, and he had to be with how the weather was last week. Rain, that's going to force you to run the ball more, and you really saw that work well for Yankton last week. Now, this is a little bit of a different beast on defense that we talked about with how well this defense for Pierre has been playing, but that's going to be a big part of tonight, because as great as rugby is, you gotta be able to do things both ways. You can't just throw the ball, especially against Pierre. If you become one-dimensional, that'll get you beaten. I think it'll be interesting to see if Yankton can get that ground game going with Swanson and with Reichen as well, who is known to take off when he needs to and scramble. He had 2 rushing touchdowns last week. Really just going to be interesting to see if they can get that going tonight.
I want to thank our sportscaster partners making this broadcast possible, along with our scissor lift. America's Best Realty. Tired of renting or apartment living? Ready to upgrade or own your own home? Call America's Best Realty at 260-1600 and unlock the American dream. And Boston Shoes to Boots. footwear expert since 1915, Boston Shoes to Boots carries high-quality work boots, casual, athletic, and dress shoes for men and women. Located at 3rd and Broadway or bostonshoestoboots.com. And Elwood Family Dental Care, where they take care of the entire family and are always welcoming new patients. We're going to take a 3-minute break, come back, we'll go over the standings review and then our out-of-town scoreboard here on the Hy-Vee pregame show. Hy-Vee, there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Yankton Bucks football from Hollister Field at the state capitol.
Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh is the stop to make any time of the day. Enjoy breakfast items, made-to-order sandwiches, burgers, and more from the Hy-Vee Market Grill. Daily $5 meal specials are from 11 to 7, and find convenient on-the-go meal offerings and select grocery staples, including fresh produce and fresh bakery items, too. There's something for everyone at Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh of Yankton.
Shop Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
What's the best beverage to enjoy while rooting on your team? 1919 root beer, of course. 1919 is brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients, real sugar and real vanilla. The unique recipe and these choice ingredients make 1919 the creamiest, full-bodied draft root beer available. Find it in 12 packs and single-serve cans at grocery, convenience stores, and restaurants. 1919 is alcohol-free and contains no caffeine, making it a beverage of choice at any time for anyone in the family.
Attorney General Mark Vargo here, talking about sweepstakes scams. We all want to receive that call that says we've won a sweepstakes, and scammers know this. If you receive a call or an email saying you've won, but you need to pay taxes by placing money on a gift card or by mailing cash, it's a scam. It is illegal to ask for funds up front for taxes, tariffs, or customs. If you've been victimized by this scam, please reach out to my Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Support a local business that supports schools and events and provides fuel discounts for Yankton's largest employers, Triple Time Rudy's. At Triple Time Rudy's, you get that local friendly feel and also a unique offering of products. You'll find quality South Dakota products like Dimmick cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers, plus quality fuel products too. Conveniently located at 17th and Broadway for your daily fill-ups and convenience needs. Pull in to Triple Time Rudy's today.
There are a lot of benefits for your small business when you have a relationship with your locally owned and operated The UPS Store. I'm Doug Frederick, manager of the UPS Store of Yankton. Not only do we provide excellent customer service, but we also provide the necessary tools to help your small business thrive. We can help you with everything ing, printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs, even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, every ing for your small business, and of course, shipping. The UPS Store of Yankton, across from Walmart.
It's the season of getting cozy, the season of warm apple ciders and sweet pumpkin pies. Before it's gone, be sure to get in the car, rev up that engine, put your pedal to the metal, and burn rubber before heading straight to the games. Fall sports are back, and First Dakota is sitting right up front with you on this adrenaline roller coaster. Raise your hands with every game-saving point, shout out your lungs when it kicks into overtime, and enjoy the ride of the season. Make some noise with First Dakota National Bank. Open a new account online today at firstdakotanationalbank.com. Member FDIC.
And welcome back to Hollister Field here at the state capitol, Pierre, South Dakota. Yankton Bucks and the Pierre Governors, an 11AA clash, Josh. This is the biggest matchup of the Class 2 date so far this season.
Yeah, and this is big. Both teams ranked top 3 in the polls. Really exciting stuff. Both teams, like I said, ranked top 3, taking care of business early on here. It's going to be interesting to see how these two teams clash tonight.
And you mentioned the polls, but also the 11AA standings. This is your standings review brought to you by Rhonda Westland State Farm Insurance. Let Rhonda review your current home, auto, or life insurance to see if she can help you save some money. That's Rhonda Westland State Farm. And for those that are viewing on KYNTV, you can see it up on your screen right now, the 11AA standings. We'll start with the ESD standings. Right now, the number 1 team in the conference is Pierre, 3-0 in ESD play. And then Yankton, number 2 with 2-0. Obviously, I haven't had the opportunity for a third one yet. And then Brookings, 1-1 in conference play. Watertown, 1-2. Aberdeen Central, 0-1. Huron, 0-2. And Mitchell, 0-2. In the Class 11AA standings, Pierre on top, 3-0 record, 45 seed points, along with Yankton tied for first, same record and seed points. T area, 3-0 record, 44 seed points, right on the tail of our two teams here tonight. Mitchell in fourth, 1-2 record, 41.6 seed points. Then Brookings 2-1, 41.3. Spearfish in sixth, 1-2 record, 39.6. Watertown in seventh, 1-2 record, 38.6. Sturgis Brown 2-1, 38.3. Then Aberdeen Central 0-3, 38 seed points. And then the three teams on the outside looking in, Aberdeen would have been one of those, is Aberdeen, and then Huron and Douglas with 0-3, 36 and 34 seed points, respectively. That is your Class 11 AA standings review, again, brought to you by Rhonda Westland State Farm Insurance. Now let's check out our out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Upper Midwest Garage Door, specializing in the sales, installation, and service of residential and commercial garage doors and openers throughout eastern South Dakota. Upper Midwest Garage Door is your local authorized dealer. Josh?
Yeah, let's start right here in Class 11 AA. Watertown taking on Sioux Falls, Washington up at Howard Wood Field in Sioux Falls. Sioux Falls, Washington up 23-0, and that one going into the half. Of course, Pierre versus Yankton here. Starting at 7T area. Number 2 ranked 2 is hosting Douglas. That's at Douglas. Then you have Sturgis Brown taking on Huron. Number 4, Brookings playing Spearfish at home. And Aberdeen Central versus Mitchell tonight as well. Moving on to 9AA action. Bonham with a big 43-0 lead over Stanley County with 7 minutes left in the third. And taking a look here at 9B, Avon fell 52-0 here against Hitchcock-Tulare. And as well as Gayville-Vollen will be facing Centerville tonight. Don't forget, we have a couple broadcasts as well on the KYNT stations, as well, or the Riverfront Broadcasting stations as well. We have Cardington Newcastle's homecoming against Crofton tonight, and we mentioned Bonham football as well, who's currently up 43-0. So make sure keep an eye on those, and we'll update you on those as this one's going on, of course. But yeah, that's kind of a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. I mean, you look at it, Sioux Falls, Washington, like I just said, kind of taking care of business against Watertown.
Thank you, Josh. And I want to thank a few more of our sportscaster partners, again, making this broadcast possible. J&H Cleaning, carpet, upholstery, area rugs, air ducts, dryer vents, power washing, and janitorial services for businesses. Dirty doesn't stand a chance. If it's dirty, J&H can clean it. Check out jhcleaningsd.com. And Kaiser Heating and Cooling. When it comes to heating and cooling, be the wiser and go with Kaiser. That's Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton. And Explorers Credit Union. Wherever you want your financial journey to take you, Explorers Credit Union is here to help with the vision of financial empowerment for everyone. Discover the difference at explorerscu.com. It is week 4 of the Yankton Buck season here from Hollister Field, the state capital. 2 undefeated teams in Class 11 AA about to clash, all right here on KYNT, KYNTV, back in 3 minutes.
Oh, Sheboygan, I just can't get you off my mind.
It's tailgate season, so stock up the cooler and fire up the grill. Then load that grill with Sheboygan brats, natural casing wieners, and summer sausage. Make sure Sheboygans are a part of your tailgater. Produced with pride at American Food Groups in Yankton.
The way it tastes is simply divine. I got Sheboygan on my mind. Sheboygan.
What does your phone and an auto show have in common? When you go to BillionAuto.com, everything. Start searching over 7,000 vehicles instantly. Chevys, Kias, GMCs, Toyotas, Fords, Hondas, Rams, and much more. Plus, negotiate your best deal on all pre-owned vehicles and apply for credit pre-approval, all within a matter of minutes. 17 new car brands and thousands of used cars, all in the palm of your hand. It's like an auto show every day at BillionAuto.com. All applications accepted. Not all will be approved.
It's time for a new kind of credit card. One that's with you where you are, wherever life leads. The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO earns you unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase, every day, every step of the way. For important information and limitations regarding the rewards program, visit fnbo.com/evergreen for complete details. From the great big small bank, ever ready for you to earn more so you can do more. Only with Evergreen by FNBO. Learn more today at fnbo.com/evergreen.
Bucks and Gazelles fall sports are in full swing.
Unfortunately, with them may come injury. The Yankton Medical Clinic provides patients with the latest technologies and procedures in orthopedic care. Orthopedic surgeons, Dr. Brent Adams and Dr. Jeremy Kudera, specialize in athletic injuries, including fractures and sprains, shoulder, ankle, and knee injuries, and more. They'll have your favorite athlete back in the game in no time, offering the highest level of care right here at home. Call the Yankton Medical Clinic today. So much care, so close to home.
A radio commercial for hearing loss is tricky. You see, there are two scenarios. Either it's you, or it could be the loved one you're with. Here's how to find out. If the radio is deafeningly loud right now, it's probably not you. If it's not deafeningly loud, look over at your loved one wearing earplugs. Maybe it's time to visit the hearing experts, Avera Medical Group Audiology Yankton. Doctors Matt Rumsey and Kendra Bailey can get you back to never missing a beat during a conversation. They offer the latest technology and free 2-week test drives. Call 605-655-1220.
Football is back. So do you know what that means? It means Checkers is open every day of the week. That's right. You can get Checkers delicious wings daily and catch all the football action. Every Monday night, enjoy $5 cheeseburgers and fries. Grab your friends, bring your family, and head on down to Checkers. Open 11 to 11 daily. Checkers Sports Bar and Grill on Walnut, just north of 4th Street in Yankton.
Welcome back to Hollister Field. This is Bryce Ladwig and the Yankton Hy-Vee pregame show. Yankton Bucks about to clash with the Pierre Governors here on Pierre's homecoming. And this will be quite the matchup. Really looking forward to it. Your colors of the game brought to you by Buell's Cleaners, offering dry cleaning, laundry, and business services like linens, rags, rugs, and uniforms. Buell's Cleaners, 444 3rd Street in Yankton. The Pierre Governors in their home blacks and white and hunter green trim, and the Yankton Bucks in their road whites and red numbers and letters, and of course the classic red helmet. That is all right here at Hollister Field in Pierre. And then our fans of the game brought to you by Triple Time Rudy's, offering dry cleaning, laundry, and business services like linens, rags, rugs, and uniforms. Buell's Cleaners, 444 3rd Street in Yankton. Pretty good contingent of Yankton fans have shown up so far. They're on the opposite side of the field. And Yankton always travels well. It's always very impressive. I expect to see more and more. But this might be one of the situations where the fans, and rightfully so, being their homecoming especially, might shut out the Yankton fans as much as they possibly can, taking up just about as much breathing room as you can here at Hollister Field. And thank you for watching on KYNTV. You never have to miss the Yankton action again. KYNTV is on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and online at KYNT1450.com, and its very own smart TV app on Roku and Apple TV devices. Download or subscribe on YouTube today to ensure you are always watching Yankton's home stream. And then special shout out to those watching at the KYNTV Watch Party. Catch all the Yankton sports action at the official KYNTV Watch Party location, Finney's Sports Bar and Casino, with more TVs and a new improved menu. Bring your friends and families to Finney's for every game, located in the mall. The burgers there are absolutely delicious, so definitely do that. We're going to take a break, come back, and we will have our pregame coach interview with Coach Brady Muth in 3 minutes. This is Yankton Bucks football from the state capitol on KYNT, KYNTV.
These days, it seems every day is Casual Friday.
Employees now prefer comfortable, casual clothing.
And JJ Benji's is on top of it with a wide variety of clothing.
Polos, quarter zips, button shirts, t-shirts, caps, and more.
In the most popular styles and materials.
All that you can customize with your company's logo.
JJ Benji's can keep your employees looking sharp and comfortable.
JJ Benji's, 201 Pine Street, downtown Yankton.
For screen printing, embroidery, and promotional products,
JJ Benji's makes you look good.
In the lab or up on stage, Mount Marty University has a place for you. From athletes and artists to academics and alumni, together we cheer each other on and work to make a difference in the lives of those around us. Show your spirit at a university that celebrates what makes us different. Schedule a tour at Mount Marty University by visiting mountmarty.edu or calling 605-668-1545.
The warmer months can be wonderful times that allow for plenty of fun outdoors. However, while you may be enjoying the outside time, pests and insects may be trying to find their way inside. Eliminating a pest infestation and ensuring they don't return can be tough to do on your own, but with Olson's Pest Technicians by your side, you can rest assured you're fully protected. Locally owned and operated since 1966, Olson's Pest Technicians provides reliable pest control services to residential and commercial properties. Visit 800KILBugs.com.
I'm Dave Holland, physical therapist at Overland Rehab. Whether you've sustained a new injury, had a recent surgery, or tired of lingering pain you experience from simple, everyday tasks, physical therapy could be the solution. At Overland Rehab, we'll create a physical therapy plan for your health needs and goals. Contact us today for convenient appointments in 8 locations in Northeast Nebraska and 1 right here in Yankton, located on West 8th Street, otherwise known as the Lake Road.
When it's time for school, it's time to stop at Cenex. You can fill up your car with high-quality gas and fill up your stomach with a quick breakfast. Maybe most important of all, you can fill up your mug with hot coffee. So all you students and teachers, skip the snooze button and head into Cenex on your way to school. Shop Easy, owned and operated by the Santee Sioux Nation, is open 24 hours for your convenience and wishes all area students and faculty a thriving, successful school year.
With grain carts getting bigger and better every year, don't you think it's time to outfit them accordingly? Sherco's 4500 Series HD electric tarp works seamlessly with existing Sherlock tarps. The heavy-duty extruded arms are the strongest on the market and come with a lifetime warranty. Operating is easy and convenient with one of our smart remote options that let you open and close your tarp with the push of a button. Call to order yours today at 1-800-474-8756. When you need to be sure, make it Sherco.
And welcome back to the Hy-Vee pregame show. This is Bryce Ladwig. It's time for our pregame coach interview brought to you by 1919 Root Beer, the creamiest full-bodied draft root beer available. You can find it on tap at Charlie's Pizza or in cans at Yankton Hy-Vee. Being joined by Coach Brady Muth, Yankton Bucks. Coach, how are we doing?
Good. How are you, Bryce?
I am excited for game day versus Pierre, as I know you are as well. It's a big matchup. I don't need to tell you that. First things first, let's get right to it. And then we'll get into the Yankton roster and things of that nature. But the biggest question, slowing down Lincoln Keenholz. Go for it.
Yeah, athlete. He's had 3 years. This is his 3rd year now where he's kind of been running the show out in Pierre. And he's really done a good job of picking up right where all of those other previous quarterbacks before Lincoln have left off. He executes well in that offense. He's a guy that I'm sure in Pierre's program you don't get those types of players, all that often. It's kind of like a once in a lifetime thing, I'm sure, for Coach Steele. But we got one of those guys too in Rugby Riken, and so it's an interesting matchup. I think just because of the dynamics of that quarterback position, and I know just the way football is, the quarterback position gets a lot of attention. But and Rugby and I have talked about this. It isn't, and it's not going to be about Lincoln versus Rugby. It's Yankton versus Pierre, and I think they've got a really good quarterback, and we got a really good quarterback too.
And then schematically slowing down the offense, so talk to Yankton defense.
Yeah. So one thing that makes Pierre really, really tough to defend is just what they do formationally. They're, as far as their philosophy on offense, they're real similar to us. They're not going to run a lot of different schemes. As far as their pass concepts, they run about 3 or 4, and they run those very, very well. Same with their run scheme. They don't carry a whole lot of different blocking schemes into a game. The big thing that makes their offense work is formationally, they put you in some really tight spots, some things that really no one else does. So a lot of times they'll be in an empty backfield. But they'll stay in 12 personnel, which is 2 tight ends, which makes it really, really tough to defend because that element adds to the run game. But they'll go unbalanced out of that empty set. There's sometimes where they'll have quad receivers to one side and unbalanced set to the other. And so it really, I know this is radio, but it makes your defense essentially have your front playing one way and your coverage playing the other way, and that creates pockets. And they do a good job of getting the ball in those pockets. There are things that we're going to do to take those away. I think in years past, we've tried to maybe finesse it a little bit too much, and that's not the approach this game. We're just going to go right at them.
Love to hear that. And then offensively for Yankton, Pierre's defense has been pretty stout this year already.
Yeah, I would say, Pierre's defense has their offense is solid and is a lot of the same players are playing this year that played last year. They have the addition of a couple linemen and things have changed there, but for the most part, it's the same offense. Defensively, their defense is a lot better from last year. There's market improvement from where they were last year, just personnel-wise. All those guys have really progressed in their program. And Pierre, a lot like us, we're very similar in size. They do a very good job of getting their kids out for multi-sports. And so a lot of the guys that you see have success, especially on defense. Their wrestling program really helps their defense out a lot. And so there's a lot of good tacklers out there, a lot of physical play, guys that understand pad level. It's a tough task. They play a very aggressive style defense. It'll look really similar to ours, where it's a 3-5, and they have kind of one of those inside backers as more of a monster back that mirrors the formation, and so we've got to know where he's at and what that does as far as allowing them to blitz and where the blitz is coming from. And so between Antrobus and Rugg, all week long we've worked on making sure that protection is shored up and we know where pressure's coming from so we can protect it.
All right, Coach, roster talk, then we'll wrap it up. But any healthy scratches? Any guys maybe just coming back from injury?
Yeah, Matthew Sheldon will be a game-time decision. Of course, he's going through concussion protocol, and in dealing with that element, the way that's all changed football, I know some people may look at that and they say, well, back in my day, we got hit in the head and we went back out. And that is true. But I think science has evolved over time as it does, and I think we know so much more about the game and the effects of hits. And I really can't say enough about our health staff with Trevor Woods, just the way he handles all of that. I know we have kids that have concussions all the time, and all those kids are itching to get back on the field. I think we've done a really good job, Trevor's done a really good job of making sure that our guy is healthy before he gets on, and all of our kids are healthy before they get on. And Matthew's progressed, and like I said, we'll make that decision game time. Carson Ness has had some knee issues, and he's gotten that fixed, so he's on the shelf for the rest of the year, and we're going to miss him. As a kid that really had a really great fall camp and was really exciting and really worked his tail off to end up in a starting spot. Unfortunately, this is kind of a lingering thing that he's had, and we're going to get it fixed. He's got it fixed, and he's going to be better for it, and we're excited to see how he recovers. The big thing is, Cason Storr is still out, moving along well in his recovery with the knee, and then Keegan Holmstrom's out with a collarbone. But the big thing is that we're getting back as Cooper Grotenheis is back on the field. And so, Coop is a guy you've watched grow up, and I don't know if we have enough tape to go through all the good things I'd like to say about Coop. He just works his tail off, and he really takes a lot of pride in being a Buck. And so, unfortunately in fall camp, had a collarbone, got through that. He's progressed through his injury, and he's cleared to go. And he, last week he was out in practice with no pads, no contact, and things like that. Tuesday, as we start practice with a one-on-one period, and it was really good to see 22 back out there getting after it in a one-on-one period. Just his competitiveness and just his knowledge of the game is going to help us out in our secondary. And so really thrilled to have him back and excited to see what he gets done on Friday.
Coach, good luck versus Pierre, and we'll talk to you in the coach's corner tomorrow morning.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Bryce.
All right, let's Coach Brady Muth. We'll take a break, come back, and continue here on the Hy-Vee pregame show.
Think about how people really see you. The kid at the drive-thru just sees a coffee drinker.
Please move forward.
Your local barista sees the person who loves a smiley face in their latte.
See you next time.
It's kind of the same way with insurance. Other insurance companies just see a customer, but a State Farm agent sees more. They see you as a neighbor. Your State Farm agent is here to get to know who you really are, so they can help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411 today to learn more.
Truxedo Truck Bed Covers is proud to call Yankton home and be a part of such a strong local community. Truxedo's commitment to excellence in producing the best product available drives us forward. And it's a commitment we share with Yankton High School football. And that's why we're strong supporters of our Yankton Bucks. So let's unite, pack those stands, and cheer on our Bucks to victory. Be loud, be proud, be Yankton.
Have aches and pains taken you out of your game? At First Chiropractic Centers, we have been helping people get back into their game for nearly 40 years. Whether your game is sports related, or it looks more like gardening, household chores, exercising, or just daily life, if your pain is preventing you from enjoying or participating in your chosen activity, we can help. First Chiropractic Centers, whole health with hands-on healing, with offices in Yankton, Scotland, Hardington, Tyndall, and Wagner.
As a proud community bank, Core Trust delivers more than just checking and savings accounts. We invest in the cities and towns where we live and work by volunteering to coach youth sports teams, supporting local charities and the arts with our time and resources. Whether we live in a rural town in South Dakota or a suburban city in Minnesota, it's a place we call home. Core Trust Bank. Raise your expectations.
Member FDIC.
At Elwood Family Dental Care, we see patients from 1 to 101.
Come experience our gentle touch while you relax in our massage chairs and watch TV. Patients are loving our new digital scanner. No more ooey gooey gaggy impressions.
We'd love to meet you, and we're always accepting new patients. Call 665-2530 to make an appointment. Elwood Family Dental Care, where we take care of the entire family.
South Dakota Coyote football is back, and we can't wait to see you back in the Dakota Dome. Presented by Midco, the Coyotes will host Cal Poly in the Dakota Dome at 1 p.m. on Saturday, September 17th. It's Ag Appreciation Day, so check out the Ag displays east of the Dakota Dome prior to the game. Join Coyote Nation in the Dakota Dome for the Coyote football home opener, Saturday, September 17th at 1 o'clock. Tickets are available now at goyotes.com.
Hey Yankton, Hydro is excited to announce we have new wages. General production, entry level, now starting at $17 an hour, and entry level cast house starting at $18.75, with skilled positions even higher. Dollar shift differential as well. We offer day one benefits and monthly profit sharing with a variety of shifts available. Go to jobs.hydro.com, search Yankton. That's jobs.hydro.com, search Yankton, or call Evie 605-668-2344.
Education. That is one of our core values here at Missouri River Associates. Just making a sale is not our number one priority here. Our office is here to educate you on your choices in the insurance world. We are here to guide you in making the right choice for you, your family, or your business. Our agents are honest and transparent with you on your coverages. Let one of our agents show you your options today. Missouri River Associates, 665-6885.
And welcome back to the Hy-Vee pregame show. Helpful smile in every aisle. This is Bryce Ladwig alongside Josh Boelter. Josh, we just heard on the pregame coach interview, Coach Brady talking about what Yankton may need to do to win this game. And I think the answer seems simple, but if it was so simple, it had been done by now, and it really hasn't. That is slow down leaking keyholes.
Yeah, and they're going to want to get after him. That's something Coach Muth has talked about, is sending the pressure on Keenholz and try to take him down that way. And that really is the key. Keenholz is a superstar on offense, and that's something that Yankton's going to have to adjust to and find a way to at least slow him down.
Yeah, and our key player of the game brought to you by Missouri River Associates. Looking for insurance agents that have the knowledge to point you in the right direction? Contact Missouri River Associates in Yankton. And for Yankton, Josh, would you say our key player of the game might be the other quarterback across from Lincoln?
Yeah, Rugby Reich, and he's a playmaker, plain and simple. He's going to have to come out and make plays, and he's been doing a great job of that over the last couple of years, and they're going to need another one from him tonight where he just steps up and has a magical performance. And then on defense, I'm looking at Cooper Grotenhuis, his first game back of the season, starting in that other corner spot across from Mac Reichen. That's going to be big tonight.
And then our vision of the game brought to you by Vision Real Estate, where their focus is always on you. I'll take this one, Josh. get pressure on Keenholz. And we were talking to John Winkler of KCCR, our sister station from Riverfront Broadcasting, and we were kind of talking to him about the season, the voice of the Gubs. And didn't he say that Mitchell tried kind of an all-out blitz, and it actually did work, but they tried it a couple times, and eventually they got a little tired. But I'm looking for Yankton to be filtering out their defensive linemen and our very athletic linebackers and just doing everything they can to pin their ears back and just get into that backfield, make life as difficult for Keenholz as possible.
Yeah, and I expect a couple, we talk about that money position.
Money, Cody Oswald.
Yeah, with Cody Oswald, and that's going to be big tonight. They like to send him off the edge a lot, use him as a hybrid safety/edge rusher, and that's going to be interesting to see with that. But if not there, I think it's going to be those linebackers. They're going to be key, being able to just fly the ball, and that's going to be Keenholz with the ball a lot, so keep an eye on those kind of areas.
Yeah, and those linebackers, Charlie Foote, 23.5 tackles on the season, 1.5 sacks, and then Shaler Platt also 15 tackles. He also has a sack and an interception. Those two guys have really been where it stops as far as progressing downfield against this Yankton defense. They have done an excellent job of filling in those gaps.
Yeah, they play good assignment football. They don't miss a lot of tackles, and they fly to where they need to get to go, and they're going to have to be key tonight against an offense that doesn't make mistakes and puts up a lot of points.
Thanks to our sportscaster partner, Aztec. Kohlberg Pioneer has changed names to Aztec, and change can be a good thing. Aztec is offering a healthy sign-on bonus, wage and benefits, plus walk-in interviews. Build your career with a group that's built to connect. From rock to road, click careers at aztecindustries.com. And Midwest Insurance Agency, a local independent insurance agency offering insurance from a local South Dakota company, DeSmet Farm Mutual. Midwest Insurance Agency is located just east of the Yankton Bowl. And One Office Solution, the one source for all your office products, including copiers, furniture, and office supplies. One Office Solution is located next to Pizza Ranch on Broadway in Yankton. And then anything last on the matchup, Josh. As we come back, we will have starting lines, and then we're going to have first kick.
Yeah, and I think the key is going to be able to just slow things down on both sides. If you can kind of control the clock on offense, you keep Keenholz off the field. And on defense, don't give up the big play. The best you can, get it there. Try to keep things underneath the best you can and kind of avoid those big plays.
All right, we're going to take a break, come back, and continue here on the Hy-Vee pregame show. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
With the Youth Wrestling Club, umpires post-18.
Buying or selling your home is one of the biggest decisions you may make in your lifetime. I'm Deb Speck with Vision Real Estate, and I'm ready to help guide you with professional advice from before the listing until after the close. Not only will you get real estate knowledge, but also we provide moving boxes and an enclosed courtesy trailer to help make the move just a little easier. Call me today at 664-5555.
Exciting news, Yankton area. Amazon Delivery is hiring. Amazon Delivery is searching for drivers to deliver packages in the Yankton area. You must be 18 years or older with a valid driver's license and pass an Amazon background check. Work for a company with competitive pay, flexible scheduling, and job security. If you are interested in becoming an Amazon Delivery driver, please contact Yankton Computer at 605-664-2222 to find out more and to fill out an application today.
SWAT Chiropractic in Yankton has a newer research-based mindset when it comes to treating musculoskeletal aches and pains. Dr. Swatsky takes the time to figure out where the pain is coming from and educates his patients on what they can do to improve their functional range of motion. He administers a range of treatments and preventative approaches that are customized to each individual patient and their health goals. When you need to feel better, visit SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab out by the lake on West Highway 52.
Yankton is thriving. This is Nancy Wenandy of Yankton Thrive. We've improved our quality of life in Yankton with projects like the Aquatic Center and Mount Marty Fieldhouse. We've addressed housing issues with the Westbrook Estates development. And to grow our workforce, we've conducted virtual job fairs, recruitment marketing, and offered scholarship opportunities for careers in our high-need areas. Yes, Yankton is thriving thanks to all the great people and companies that make Yankton their home. For more on Yankton Thrive, go to yanktonsd.com.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT&RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
Do you have dry, sore, or irritated eyes? If so, you may have dry eye. At Vision Care Associates, we offer a simple, fast, and non-surgical procedure to treat black glands in your eyelids that can help your eyes to feel comfortable again. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Fieser to find out about dry eye treatment with our newest technology.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
And welcome back to the Hy-Vee pregame show. Bryce Ladwig, Josh Boelter. We are about 5 minutes away from first kick here at Hollister Field. Pierre's homecoming, and it is a packed house. But, Josh, that wouldn't matter. This is always a packed house. Just like Crane, Pierre definitely supports their governors.
Yeah, incredible attendance tonight, and it really is impressive to see.
And it's time for our starting lineups brought to you by First Chiropractic Center, Whole Health with Hands-On Healing. Josh.
Yeah, let's go ahead and start with the Yankton Bucks. Taking a look here on offense, the signal caller, number 14, Rugby Riken. We talked about him a lot in the pregame. 13 total touchdowns on the season. Really just amazing. At the running back position, you have the senior, number 30, Gavin Swanson. At wide receiver, you have number 3, Cody Oswald, and number 1, Austin Goebel, as well as in the slot, number 10, Tyler Solar. Looking here at the other running back position tonight is going to be number 32, Shaler Platt. At tight end, you have number 4, Tucker Gilmore. And on the front line, you have the left tackle, a junior, number 60, Caden Wavernick. At left guard, you have number 63, Bryce Picorni. At center, you have Dominic Antrobus. At right guard, you have David Lapointe. And at right tackle, you have number 71, Luke Bernardo. Moving over to the defense side of the ball, the Bucs are running a 3-3-5 on the front line. They're going to have number 55, Tyson Prouty, number 54, Vaden Greel, and number 77, Peyton Eustace. At the linebacker positions, you have a couple of seniors in number 30, Gavin Swanson, and number 34, Charlie Foote, and as well as the junior, number 32, Shaler Platt. At the safety positions, you have Lucas Kampshoff, number 11, and the free safety, number 26, Rainer Roig. At that money position, you have the senior, number 3, Cody Oswald. At corner, number 2, Mac Riken. And also at corner, number 22, Cooper Grotenhouse, making his first start of the season coming back from injury. That's a look at the Bucs. Moving over to the hometown Governors here tonight. On offense, quarterback number 3, Lincoln Keenholtz. At tailback, number 21, Brock Mosier. At wide receiver, you have Cade Kaiser, number 5. Number 17, Jack Merkwan, who, looking at it here on the season, has over 500 yards receiving and 5 touchdowns on the season. And number 2, Brecken Kruger. At tight end, you have 6'4", number 12, Jet Zabel. And Jackson Edmond. At tackle, you have Matthew Brewer. At guard, Josh Switzer. At center, you have Jason Machajchek. And at the other offensive line position, you have Christian Bush. Looking over on defense at the 2 tackle positions, they also run a 3-5. You have Josh Ryberg and Emmett Anderson, as well as at nose tackle, Jason Machajchek. At linebacker, you have Chase Carta, number 22, number 26, Trey Lewis, and Deegan Hauska. As well at safety, you have Jacob Meyer, number 9, and at corner, you have number 0, Jaden Wybe, and number 27, Spencer Eastland. And of course, I forgot to mention, you can't forget about the punter and kicker, number 7, Trevor Paulson here for the Yankton Bucks. Really going to be interesting with a lot of good, young, talented players in this game.
Yes, and I also want to apologize for those listening or watching on KYNT or KYNTV for the speaker in the back. This would be the equivalent of having a loudspeaker inside the broadcast booth at Creighton Youngworth Field. So that's exactly what that would be like. Thanks to our officials of the game, brought to you by the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General. They are the law on the field. We got here at like 1. We don't have a program with us, but sometimes, Josh, it's easier to let people know the truth.
Yeah, and sometimes it's hard to get a list on those officials, but hopefully, see how it goes tonight.
Game conditions for first kick. Well, right now it's a nice 74, beautiful weather, and then now the weather has changed on us a little bit, Josh. We're looking at 71 degrees at 8 p.m. It's still nice, but a 30% chance of rain, and then that will move up to 40% around 9 p.m. We do have some umbrellas out here, but we may have to go limited broadcast in the future, maybe without all of our fancy stuff, but we'll try to do the best we absolutely can.
Yeah, and, unfortunately we're outside tonight with that, but, it is what it is. We'll deal with it when it comes. Either way, this Bucks team, we know they've dealt with rain before. We saw it just last week at home against Watertown, so they can handle it, but it's going to be, could be a factor for sure.
And Graham Tire, thank you. If you notice issues with your vehicle, don't hesitate to call the service experts at Graham Tire because they do more than sell tires. Graham Tire of Yankton, your auto service and tire store next door. And the UPS store to help you with everything ing. Printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs. Even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, and, of course, shipping. The UPS store of Yankton across from Walmart. And Yankton Thrive. Yes, there is a thriving business economy here in the Yankton area. Your one source and resource for all businesses, from retail to manufacturing, is Yankton Thrive. For more, go to yanktonsd.com. All right, we'll be back in 3 minutes with your first kick here on KYNT, KYNTV.
The things you don't see that define.
Kids seem to always be misplacing things. Socks, shoes, backpacks, books, you name it. So when it comes to important things like EpiPens for serious allergies or inhalers for breathing problems, make sure there's always some on hand when those items go missing or run out. Hi, this is Michael from Yankton Rexall. We pride ourselves on providing accurate prescriptions and appropriate medical information for your child's health. Good health attributes to good students. Yankton Rexall, your hometown pharmacy since 1923, located in the Meridian District.
Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh is the stop to make any time of the day. Enjoy breakfast items, made-to-order sandwiches, burgers, and more from the Hy-Vee Market Grill. Daily $5 meal specials are from 11 to 7, and find convenient on-the-go meal offerings and select grocery staples, including fresh produce and fresh bakery items, too. There's something for everyone at Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh of Yankton.
Shop Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every eye.
Attorney General Mark Vargo here, talking about sweepstakes scams. We all want to receive that call that says we've won a sweepstakes, and scammers know this. If you receive a call or an email saying you've won, but you need to pay taxes by placing money on a gift card or by mailing cash, it's a scam. It is illegal to ask for funds up front for taxes, tariffs, or customs. If you've been victimized by this scam, please reach out to my Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
There are a lot of benefits for your small business when you have a relationship with your locally owned and operated The UPS Store. I'm Doug Frederick, manager of the UPS Store of Yankton. Not only do we provide excellent customer service, but we also provide the necessary tools to help your small business thrive. We can help you with everything ing, printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs, even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, every ing for your small business, and of course, shipping. The UPS Store of Yankton, across from Walmart.
It's the season of getting cozy, the season of warm apple ciders and sweet pumpkin pies. Before it's gone, be sure to get in the car, rev up that engine, put your pedal to the metal, and burn rubber before heading straight to the games. Fall sports are back, and First Dakota is sitting right up front with you on this adrenaline roller coaster. Raise your hands with every game-saving point, shout out your lungs when it kicks into overtime, and enjoy the ride of the season. Make some noise with First Dakota National Bank. Open a new account online today at firstdakotanationalbank.com. Member FDIC.
Bucks and Gazelles fall sports are in full swing. Unfortunately, with them may come injury. The Yankton Medical Clinic provides patients with the latest technologies and procedures in orthopedic care. Orthopedic surgeons, Dr. Brent Adams and Dr. Jeremy Kudera, specialize in athletic injuries, including fractures and sprains, shoulder, ankle, and knee injuries, and more. They'll have your favorite athlete back in the game in no time, offering the highest level of care right here at home. Call the Yankton Medical Clinic today. So much care, so close to home.
A radio commercial for hearing loss is tricky. You see, there are two scenarios. Either it's you, or it could be the loved one you're with. Here's how to find out. If the radio is deafeningly loud right now, it's probably not you. If it's not deafeningly loud, look over at your loved one wearing earplugs. Maybe it's time to visit the hearing experts, Avera Medical Group Audiology Yankton. Doctors Matt Rumsey and Kendra Bailey can get you back to never missing a beat during a conversation. They offer the latest technology and free 2-week test drives. Call 605-655-1220.
In the lab or up on stage, Mount Marty University has a place for you. From athletes and artists to academics and alumni, together we cheer each other on and work to make a difference in the lives of those around us. Show your spirit at a university that celebrates what makes us different. Schedule a tour at Mount Marty University by visiting mountmarty.edu or calling 605-668-1545.
Think about how people really see you. The kid at the drive-thru just sees a coffee drinker.
Please move forward.
Your local barista sees the person who loves a smiley face in their latte.
See you next time.
It's kind of the same way with insurance. Other insurance companies just see a customer, but a State Farm agent sees more. They see you as a neighbor. Your State Farm agent is here to get to know who you really are, so they can help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411 today to learn more.
And sometimes, Josh, it is hard to do timing on anyone's homecoming. There's a lot of extra festivities. Although, again, I think a lot of this is natural for Pierre. But we thought we were going to come back with the first kickoff, and we had a really cool introduction for the Governors here on their homecoming day. And right now doing official introductions on the field. So I guess we'll use this time to kind of go over the matchup again. Get to Keenholz. That is the matchup we're looking at. Isn't between Rugby Reich and Lincoln Keenholz. That's always fun, right? That's on the paper. That's on people's minds. But I'm looking at Yankton's linebacking core versus Lincoln Keenholz is what I'm looking at.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. This is a superstar talent versus guys who are obviously super talented in that linebacker spot, as well as just in that defense as a whole. We talked about, I believe, giving up about 4 points a game, and it's just incredible to see what this defense has done for Yankton so far. They play their assignments well, and they get to the ball. It's going to be really interesting to see what's going to give there, and that really is the key matchup. We know both these offenses can score, but both these defenses can bring it too, and that's kind of what I'm hoping for. I want to see like 13-7 or something like that. Let's make it happen.
And for those that may not know, on the Yankton side, Lincoln Keenholz, an absolute superstar for the Pierre Governors in multiple sports, at least 3 at the top of my head. And he is a University of Washington commit for a football, so you very well could be watching him in the future on Fox or whatever. It's going to be very interesting. He is a very, very talented athlete.
Yeah, and their coach, actually, Kalen DeBoer, is from South Dakota, so that's kind of something maybe DeBoer kind of looking into his home state to find a quarterback, and he found a really good one in Keenholz that Yankton's going to have to deal with tonight.
And Keenholz's numbers so far on the season, 74% completion, a little over 1,100 yards passing, 15 touchdowns in the air, 4 on the ground, just 109 rush yards. But I have seen multiple Pierre games this year, and all those rushes, Josh, are 3rd and 4. You need 4. He's going to get you like 9.
Yeah, they like to run quarterback power out of this offense. You'll see a lot of empty settings. It's going to be interesting to see how Yankton can adjust to that. They like to air it out, but when they're not doing that, you're going to see a lot of those design quarterback runs here tonight, and that's going to be something Yankton's going to have to adjust to.
And then on the other side, Rugby Reichen, I say under center, but from the shotgun, Rugby Reichen, a 6-foot senior, 69.8% completion, 537 yards in the air, 10 passing touchdowns, 240 rush yards, about 80 per game, and 3 rushing touchdowns. And then lead rusher for Yankton is Gavin Swanson, the 5'11 senior, 2 rushing touchdowns, 165 rushing yards, 1 receiving touchdown, and 5 receptions for 67 yards. He is a threat out of the backfield in the receiving game. And lead receiver for the Yankton Bucks is Tyler Soler, 2 receiving touchdowns, has 16 receptions for 246 yards so far this season. And record watch, it would need to be a great game here tonight. I think it's maybe a 2-game feat, but he is just 138 yards receiving away to move past J.J. Hayna at number 2 in the Yankton High School all-time receiving yards list. And that's even extra impressive considering he just became the number 1 receiver all-time as far as receptions goes, I want to say 2 weeks ago. And maybe last week. It just, time is flying. But very impressive. On the other side of the ball for Pierre, the lead receiver is, as I'm trying to find where Merkwan is, 6'3 senior Jack Merkwan, 20 receptions, 505 yards, 5 receiving touchdowns. And then their lead rusher is Brock Mosier, 90 rush yards, 33 per game, so those tough yards that they need from him, 6 receptions, so he can catch it out of the backfield, as everyone can on this Governor team, for 64 yards. So it's kind of the tail of the tape for these 2 teams, Josh, and on paper, very even.
Yeah, and very good offense. It's very good defense. You've seen that this year. These two teams have dominated everyone they've played. It's going to be interesting to see if this gets into a close late-game situation. How are these two teams going to respond? Because neither of them have been there yet this year. We've seen them in the past do that in previous seasons, but so far, nothing like that this year. So that's going to be interesting to see what something's going to give. But I'm interested in watching what Gavin Swanson does tonight. You call him the bowling ball, and he hits the hole, and he is just a physical running back, and he's going to have to do that tonight. Like I said, one thing I talked about when it comes to keys to the game, slow things down. I think it's going to be key with running the ball. You can keep that other offense off the field a little bit.
Absolutely. We're going to finally take our national anthem break. We'll be back in 3 minutes on KYNT, KYNTV.
Mr. Steve Steele.
FM 1021 and AM 1450. KYNT. Yankton.
It's time for a new kind of credit card. One that's with you where you are, wherever life leads. The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO earns you unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase, every day, every step of the way. For important information and limitations regarding the rewards program, visit fnbo.com/evergreen for complete details. From the great big small bank, ever ready for you to earn more so you can do more. Only with Evergreen by FNBO. Learn more today at fnbo.com/evergreen.
Truxedo Truck Bed Covers is proud to call Yankton home and be a part of such a strong local community. Truxedo's commitment to excellence in producing the best product available drives us forward. And it's a commitment we share with Yankton High School football. And that's why we're strong supporters of our Yankton Bucks. So let's unite, pack those stands, and cheer on our Bucks to victory. Be loud, be proud, be Yankton.
Have aches and pains taken you out of your game? At First Chiropractic Centers, we have been helping people get back into their game for nearly 40 years. Whether your game is sports related, or it looks more like gardening, household chores, exercising, or just daily life, if your pain is preventing you from enjoying or participating in your chosen activity, we can help. First Chiropractic Centers, whole health with hands-on healing, with offices in Yankton, Scotland, Hardington, Tyndall, and Wagner.
As a proud community bank, Core Trust delivers more than just checking and savings accounts. We invest in the cities and towns where we live and work by volunteering to coach youth sports teams, supporting local charities and the arts with our time and resources. Whether we live in a rural town in South Dakota or a suburban city in Minnesota, it's a place we call home. Core Trust Bank. Raise your expectations.
Member FDIC.
Education. That is one of our core values here at Missouri River Associates. Just making a sale is not our number one priority here. Our office is here to educate you on your choices in the insurance world. We are here to guide you in making the right choice for you, your family, or your business. Our agents are honest and transparent with you on your coverages. Let one of our agents show you your options today. Missouri River Associates, 665-6885.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT&RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
And we have the team captains meeting at midfield for both Yankton and the Governors doing the coin toss, Josh. And you can just feel it in the air. This is a packed house, but the tension, even though everyone's excited, this is a big, big matchup for Class 11 AA and all of South Dakota high school football.
Yeah, I mentioned very early in the pregame, one of my first things I said was this is a big fight feel, and it really is. These are two of the best teams in the state, if not the two best, and I'm really looking forward to see these two teams play here. And, they just did the coin toss now, and it's just time to play football.
You wait all season for the Yankton football schedule to come out. You start doing your predictions based on what you know, which, Josh, until the season starts, is usually very little. But what we do know about the team now is this team fights. And I'm looking forward to a big fight here at Hollister Field for the Yankton Bucks, taking on the big bad bully of Class 11 AA, the Pierre Governors, the 5-time defending state champion. And they don't have any aspirations of slowing down now, Josh. They have the Dome on their mind, but they do have to go through Yankton amongst other teams, but Yankton here tonight to get there.
Yeah, the Bucks are going to start on defense here. Paulson lining up that superstar kicker we talk about, his big booming leg. He's going to try to get this one going here for the Bucks early.
Yep, Trevor Paulson, the big booming leg, and we're just so impressed with him. And watch out, if he wants you to return, you might need to watch out for him on the field too. Yeah. We've seen him absolutely just destroy returners.
Yeah, he had a big hit last week. If you haven't seen it, it's on our Twitter account at KYNT. Make sure to go check that out. But yeah, he can lay the hit if he needs to.
Yep, and those enjoying our music here in the booth.
Yeah, we got a little shine down on the broadcast.
Yeah, this is great. No, I am looking forward to matchup, and Pierre is returning. So Yankton will get the ball in the second half, so we will see some Lincoln Keenholz action to begin the game. But first, the kickoff. Yankton getting spread out there on the Yankton 35, ready for the big booming leg of Trevor Paulson. Thank you for joining us on KYNT, KYNTV. This is Yankton Bucks football, and it's underway here from Hollister Field. A nice over-end kick. It will be brought back by Pierre. I'll get a number for you in a second. Nice cut out to the edge. It will be brought down at about the 34-yard line, and that is where the Governors will take over.
Yeah, more of a line drive kick there from Paulson from what you usually see, but either way, though, Pierce started with good field position. Nice kick return there for the Govs.
Yeah, I believe that was Trey Lewis on the return for the Governors, but now we have Pierre out here taking over, as I said, on their own 34, just 7 seconds into this matchup. The first offensive snap of the game. Keenholz will be in the shotgun. He will have Brock Mosier on his left hip pocket. And there is the snap handoff to Mosier going to the right side. Has a nice gap, but it's slowed down right at the line by Yankton. Gain of maybe they'll give him 2 yards. Maybe 3 if they're being generous here on homecoming. So, nope, 2 yards. 2nd and 8 for the Governors.
Yeah, nice wrap up there by that Yankton defense. Linebackers getting to the next level. And kind of surprised to see Pierre go straight to the tailback on the run there in the first play of the game.
And it is a very off-balance line. We talked to Coach Brady Muth about that. They're going to be throwing some really weird formations at them. And we have a flag out here behind the Yankton linebackers. We'll see what this is all about.
Maybe a false start, but we'll see. Yes.
Offense.
So a false start going against Pierre. And that is on Christian Bush, the 6'4 senior. A false start penalty on the line.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see if you're the Bucks. Get it for 2nd and 3rd and long. Nice start so far on these on that first play, and then the penalty as well.
Now Keenholz out there with Mosier to his left, lone back, and the snap. Yankton crowding the box, now trying to rush in. Keenholz has plenty of time as Yankton did end up going to the secondary. He'll keep it himself past the 30 to the 35 and will be brought out of bounds, forced out at the just shy of the 40. This is where they marked this, Josh.
Yeah, kind of a sneaky long run there, about 5-6 yards, maybe even 7 yards on that play. Sets up a 3rd manageable.
So at the 36. So gain of around 4. It just really seemed that was an awkward play as far as spotting a ball. Maybe it's because he ran so long out of bounds, Josh. Kind of throws you off a little bit.
Yeah, I was going to say the officials over here on the right side kind of ran all the way up to the 40 on that. But either way, 3rd and long here. Nice job by the Yankton secondary, by the way, on that last play.
Pierre on the right hash mark on the near side and moving left to right on your screen. And Keenholz. The pass over to the left hash marks, almost taken away by Yankton. Ball is broken up by Cooper Grotenheis. And that's his first big play of the season for Yankton. And we were waiting to call that name.
Yeah, and he's back from injury, hitting his first action of the year. Nice job there by Grotenhouse and that Yankton secondary, really kind of shutting things down there on those last 2 pass plays. Forcing on one play Keenholz to kind of have to scramble out, but either way now, Yankton defense doing a nice job of getting off the field on this first drive.
And now Keenholz out to a punt as well. He's also the punter, and he fills up the Gatorade cooler before the games, I've been told, and drives the team bus.
Yeah, Mr. Do Everything.
And now Keenholz waiting for that snap. The ball is located at the 36. And nice protection and a big boot. Back to return. Oswald pointing out where it is. Make sure that the Yankton Bucks get out of the way. Pierre will let it roll a few times. And it will be picked up at the Yankton 22-yard line. And now it's time for some Yankton Bucks offense, Josh.
Yeah, and this offense is led by number 14, Rugby Reich, and he's a stud. 13 total touchdowns on the year. But he's not the only one. There's a good trio of receivers on this team as well as a good running back in Gavin Swanson.
And here comes the Yankton offense. Austin Goebel on the field, Cody Oswald, Tyler Soler, the receiving weapons. Of course, Gavin Swanson, the lone running back.
Usually out of this pistol formation they're in right now, they like to run power to start.
And so now sending Soler in motion from the near side to the far side on your screen. Yankton moving right to left. And it is a handout to Swanson. He'll be stopped in the backfield and absolutely just buried into the grass. Or buried far back on his heels.
Yeah, and that was Trey Lewis who blew through the offensive line there for Pierre and made a nice tackle.
And so that is a quick loss of yards for Yankton. So loss of 4 is 2nd and 14 for the Bucks.
Yeah, not where you want to be. You want to try to work with 2nd and 3rd manageable. 2nd and 14, not ideal.
And now the snap. Rugby looking to pass. Has a scramble to his right. Nothing was there. He has a little bit of room. Toss downfield, and it's going to be a tight window. And I don't know. I don't think that was brought in. No, it wasn't. Ball was intended. I believe that was Austin Goebel on the intended receiver. Or is that Tucker Gilmore? I think that was Gilmore.
Looked like Gilmore on that play, but Riken doing what he does best in that play, scrambling, keeping the play alive. Just unfortunately not able to come up with that one.
All right, it was actually 3rd and 15. Ball on the 17-yard line. And Rugby takes the snap. And now under some pressure, he looks a little jitterish back there in the pocket. Eventually just goes down at the 5 almost willingly. I don't think he wanted to get blown up. Can't blame him. And he wasn't going to go anywhere the way he was crowded at the end. It is now 4th down, ball all the way down at the 5 with 10 minutes to go in the first.
Yeah, a sack there, but not really on the quarterback, or not really on the offensive line there. Riken just couldn't find somebody down the field. That's a coverage sack. The offensive line I actually thought did a really good job of holding up there for a while.
And now Trevor Paulson pinned deep under the goalpost, his own goalpost. And kind of a low snap, but he'll recover and get a decent punt. Nice spiral punt just into Pierre territory. Fair catch is called for by Jaden Wiebe, the 6-foot senior. And it is going to be brought down right at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, you don't want to get in a field position battle with Pierre right now. Yankton kind of lose on the losing end of that. But on the positive note, this defense came out on that first drive, really kind of shut things down. And we expected that from these two defenses. As powerful as these offenses are, these defenses are really good too, and you're seeing that early on.
No, absolutely. And Lincoln Keenholz, the empty backfield now. What formation is this, Josh?
I'm not kidding you when I say they have 6 guys on the right side.
And Keenholz keeps it and will follow those 6 guys and lunge forward. I think he's just short of a first down. But it is into Yankton territory. Will be stopped right at the Yankton, about 45-yard line.
Yeah, about a gain of 8 on that one. We talked about it. They like to run power, and that's exactly what you saw there out of the quarterback position, loading up that right side. 4 receivers as well as 3 offensive linemen on that side.
Yeah, these are some wacky formations we are seeing here, but if it works. Keenholz again, empty backfield. And you have your trips receivers kind of deep into only the slot area. Keenholz now has some tacklers at his feet, gets around and trying to get out of pressure, and Pierre knocks the defender into him on the sideline. Will be a loss of yards on the play. Yankton do a nice job of just not quitting, Josh. They're getting blocked pretty hard, but just continuing to fight until they reach any kind of Lincoln Keenholz.
Yeah, there were 2 players on that play who really stood out. First off, Lucas Kamshoff blowing things up the middle, forcing Keenholz outside. Then Tyson Prouty's able to finish and get the sack.
8:55 on the clock here in the first. Hollister Field, no score. Second possession for Pierre. It's 3rd and 9, ball on their own 48-yard line. Empty backfield. Lincoln Keenholz takes the snap. He's looking at downfield. He has plenty of time. Nice spiral pass out to Jack Merkwan, and he did not reach it in time. Nice defense from Mac Riken, able to slow him up just enough defensively where he really didn't have a chance to get near that ball.
Yeah, and nice job there by the Yankton defense.
And we do have a flag, Josh. I just saw it. Or thanks to Braden Butler, our camera operator. I just saw the flag.
Yeah, kind of a late flag. They're talking to Pierre's head coach. Going to be interesting to see what they call. But going back to that pass play, the only guy who was really open there for Pierre was on the left side of the field was Brecken Kruger. Keenholz was kind of staring down the right side.
Offense, number 72, 15-yard penalty, 4th down.
I'm going to ask Braden Butler, what do you think it was, Braden? All right, well, we have a 15-yard penalty going on Pierre, and it was on Patrick LaRoque, the 5'10 sophomore.
Yeah, and and kind of interesting there. That's big for Yankton in the sense of the field position. They were looking here Kienholz is a good punter as well. They were going to be pinned deep in their own territory. Maybe this extra 15 yards will get them better field position to start their second drive.
So it will be Lincoln Kienholz to punt. Ball located at their own 33-yard line. And back to return for Yankton. Of course, Cody Oswald. Still no score. 8:49 on the clock here in the first quarter. And high punt, but Kienholz brings it down. Almost has it blocked. And wobbly punt out to Cody Oswald, but deep enough. And Oswald right on the return is brought down to the grass here at Hollister Field. Right at about the 24-yard line.
Yeah, and I understand trying to make a play, but if you're Cody there, you got to call a fair catch and just avoid that at that point. There's not much of a lane there.
Yeah, very dangerous on that return attempt, as you said. And one thing I like about Hollister Field, Josh, sorry to take away from the game for a second, but you look over at that rail. Look at all those Pierre Governor fans just hanging off of the rail there next to the government building.
It's insane in here, an insane atmosphere. Lots of green, lots of red, too.
Oh, yeah.
Really, it just shows when two good teams get together and play football that people are going to show up.
Ball on the 23, first and 10 for Yankton. The bowling ball finds into the second level, into the linebacking core. Gain of 7, maybe 8 on the play for Gavin Swanson. Just found a really nice crease in the offensive line. They must have gotten a really nice jump on the ball there, Josh.
Yeah, and that's more what I expected from this Yankton offense on a first play of drive. Last drive we saw a counter there. It was just power.
Pitch option for Rugby. He'll keep it himself. He'll have a first down and just gets slammed down into the grass on the far side of the field. But that will move the chains for Yankton. That's enough for a Yankton Bucks first down.
Yeah, how about Riken there? That's kind of one of those plays they like, that speed option. You saw it there to get the first.
Fresh set of downs. Yankton are going to keep this thing moving. Snap to Riken to Gavin Swanson. And a little hesitated, waiting for a block to develop. Will gain about 3 yards on the play for Yankton. And, you know, Coach Brady Muth and offensive coordinator Terry Huber, Josh, will take those every 3 yards they can get. And we have another flag coming in way after the whistle. This is going to be a personal foul.
Yeah, not sure who it's on. There are a couple players kind of huddled around Swanson for both sides. It's going to be interesting to see. I think it might be on Yankton, but we'll see what happens here.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense, number 14. 15-yard penalty.
That's on the quarterback, Riken there. Interesting to see kind of what happened, but
I'm gonna ask Coach Huber tomorrow in private. I want to know. Now I need to know. But that is on Rugby Riken, a personal conduct penalty. So Yankton will get backed up right now. 2nd and 23, ball on the 25. 8 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Is a 2-back set for Yankton. Austin Goebel in motion, far side to near side. There's the snap. Rugby now rolling out to his right, looking downfield for Cody Oswald. That will be almost picked off. It should have been picked off. That was a tough throw and a tough decision to make by Riken.
Yeah, and he didn't put a lot of heat on that ball. Kind of lobbed it. Was almost trying to be too careful with that. And that's sometimes with Rugby. Sometimes you'll see him be a little too careful with it, and that's almost when he creates turnovers compared to when he's kind of risky, I guess is how I try to word it.
I believe that was Coulter Babcock on the breakup. And Yankton in a 4-receiver set to the left, 1 to the right. And empty backfield for Rugby. He takes the snap. And deep pass downfield to the right side. It will lead Cody Oswald a bit too far, about 5 yards too far downfield and a little bit out of bounds. And that will bring out Trevor Paulson and the punt crew for the Bucks.
Yeah, and, you know, that was just taking a shot here, trying to get a first down. Had a one-on-one look. Unfortunately, the ball just kind of sailed a little bit out of bounds.
Well, we still have no score here at Hollister Field. 7:50 to go here in the first quarter. And Trevor Paulson, low snap, it bounces. He needs to recover, but luckily there's not a lot of pressure. He does recover and still gets off a nice punt. That is why he's one of the best in the state. Fair catch called right at the 31-yard line. That is where Pierre will take over, maybe the 32. We'll see for the official spot. But now Pierre's offense will come out. And what a recovery, Josh, by Trevor Paulson.
Yeah, kind of avoided danger there. That really could have been a blow to the Yankton team here, but fortunately, Paulson able to get off, and a nice punt, too. Maybe not his best, but still good enough. Flip the field a little bit.
And for those listening, not watching on KYNTV, but joining us on KYNT, think if you do so, you know things are dangerous when I go, that's my dangerous sound there, Josh.
You got sound effects.
I got sound effects. Ball in the 32 for Pierre, no score, 7:42 to go in the first. Lincoln Kienholz will keep it, but will be buried in the backfield by Yankton. They're doing exactly what we told them, or not we told them. They said they were going to do, Josh, and they were going to try to go at Lincoln Kienholz.
Yeah, and Coach Muth has talked about this all week. He talked about it at Wednesday at Quarterback Club, as well as in your interview. They're going to try to go after Kienholz, try to not give him enough time and show off that cannon that he has. either way, though, they're doing a good job of it so far.
They don't have the biggest defensive line, but they do have very athletic linebackers and that monster position, or money position, if you will, in Cody Oswald, where he can get up to the line, but right now he's going to play a defensive back. Still one of the best defensive backs in the state when he chooses to be.
Absolutely.
And now Keen Holes. Quarterback keeper will lead his blocker. Finds a crease up the middle on the left hash mark, and will be just short of a Governor first down. We have a flag on the far side of the field. And so far, a lot of laundry hitting the field, but a lot of it not for football plays, Josh. A lot of it for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties early. Kind of remind me of Spearfish early on. 1 on each so far. Usually in these type of situations, you'll see a holding call, and that's exactly what's going to be holding on the offense. But, yeah.
And so that will back up Pierre. And now the ball will be placed, I don't remember where it was in the first place. It's at the 23-yard line for the Governors. And you're right, Josh, when you said that field position obviously is so important, but Pierre so far, and then you had to think they'll clean it up. Really hasn't done themselves any favors with field position.
Right, a couple penalties so far, kind of killing drives for both sides. Yankton was moving the ball in that last possession a little bit as well before that penalty. Going to be interesting to see whichever team cleans it up really can start get something going on offense.
Keno, 2nd and 18, toss out to the flat, and it is brought in by Cade Kaiser, the 6'2 junior, but for very little gain on the play, if any, maybe a gain of a yard. We'll see where they actually place it.
Yeah, kind of a slow developing bubble screen there. I think Keenholz wanted to get it out faster, but I'm not sure the receiver was ready or if it was just because it was on the long side of the field or what. But either way, though, nice job by the Yankton defense to get there and react. 3rd and 18 now for the Governors. Yankton has them pinned. Just trying to get back there. One more big play is what Yankton needs. 3 receivers to the left, 1, 2 to the right. Empty backfield for Keenholz. The box being loaded. Now Shaler Platt and linebackers back off. Pass down to the right side to Jack Merkwan. Almost brings it in, but great defense by Mac Reichen. It's a Mac attack down the right sideline. And a great defensive play in breaking that up in Mac Reichen. Yeah, nice job there by Reichen. Nice coverage. I'd like to see a little bit less of man maybe in 3rd and long like that, especially when you have tall receivers for Pierre. But either way, though, nice job by Reichen.
And, Jack Merkwan probably should have still brought that in, Josh. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's still great coverage, and Mac Reichen making him work for it just enough to not be able to fully bring that ball in. It was a beautiful thing when it hit the grass.
Yeah, and Merkwan's a great receiver, over 500 yards on the season, 5 touchdowns. It's going to be interesting to watch that battle as this game continues.
Keenholz back to punt again for, I believe, the 3rd time already. And there's the big booming leg from Keenholz. Cody Oswald back to return, calls a fair catch this time. And it will be placed at the Yankton 43-yard line. Yankton's offense coming back out.
Yeah, and they're going to have to eliminate some of the mistakes. They're struggling to move the ball on a really good defense so far, and getting penalties isn't going to help. I feel like I could say that for both sides so far, but it's going to be interesting to see here. Whichever team can clean up those penalties first are going to have a real chance here.
And now we have 2 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. It's Gavin Swanson, the lone back. Shaler Platt moving out to the right side for quick coverage protection. Gavin Swanson gets a handoff, tries to break away. He does. He gets to the Yankton 45 and is slowed down right at the Yankton 43-yard line. Nice gain for Gavin Swanson. Just those are what you call, Josh, tough yards.
Yeah, nice 5-yard run there. The defense did a really good job of getting through that front line, but Swanson broke a tackle and made something out of nothing.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Pitch option. It's out to Swanson on the near side and is hit out of bounds right at the... They're doing an amazing job. The placement of the ball is just... Every official, Josh, on the field is in a different area. So right at the 50. There you go.
Yeah, 3rd man's really. I don't like seeing speed option to the short side. Don't have as much room to work with, but either way, a couple yards there for Swanson.
And there is the handoff. Now Gavin Swanson goes to the right side off the right guard. Will have enough for a Yankton first down. They'll move the chains. And the bowling ball making those chains move. Nice, tough run.
Yeah, Coach Muth has found something he likes here. He likes running with number 30 so far, and you're seeing a lot of it.
I think every coach in 11AA would. He is very talented, and he runs, as Coach Muth would say, angry. And now got Robbie Reichen talking with his line. There's a snap, another handoff to Swanson right up the gut. And is slowed down right at the 41-yard line. Pierce 41. And that will be another nice little gain. And 2nd and 7 for the Bucks. 4:50 to go in the first quarter. Still no score here from Hollister Field. Tucker Gilmore in motion, near side to far side. Moving left to right, and now it is Rugby Riken. Moving out to his right, scrambling and throwing away.
Yeah, the offense, you can kind of see why they're running. You're not getting a lot of time to throw the ball. Interesting to see what happens here on third, but Yankton's going to have to find a way to get something going. Maybe drop some quicker passes like we saw last week out of the flat against Watertown.
And now we have one receiver on each side. We have a 2-back set for Yankton, and I don't know if they have a play clock here. I'm looking for it. But Rugby has to be looking for that judge behind linebackers. He finally gets the snap and toss deep to Cody Oswald down the left sideline. He brings it in, and he brings it in inside the 5. The Wizard of Oz, Cody Oswald, getting Yankton within striking distance, maybe just outside the 5-yard line. Depends on where they mark it, but that is a big-time throw from Riken all the way to Cody Oswald. What a play.
Yeah, and the problem there was Pierre was in man coverage on Cody Oswald. Oswald has a lot of speed, and you'll see that happen.
Ball in the 7, and sorry to cut you off. Gavin Swanson now trying to rumble his way inside the 5, and he does. Continue your thought, Josh.
Yeah, it's just one of those things when you have a fast receiver like Oswald in man coverage, he's going to burn a corner from time to time.
And ball on the 4, 2nd and goal. Rugby Riken to Cody Oswald, reaches across the goal line. You can put 6 up on the board. That's a Yankton Bucks touchdown. Cody Oswald from Rugby Riken, but we do have a flag down on the field. Oh, boy.
Yeah, this could be holding here, I think. Either way, though, you see Yankton go to that a lot in this situation, and in goal to goes, they'll throw it short either on a fade or on a hitch to Oswald.
See what the call is. This could be a huge deal, Josh. If Yankton has to back up anymore, and if they're not able to punch it in, they're going to settle for a field goal more than likely, and it looks like this is going on Yankton. And do we have a...
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense, number 60. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
If you didn't hear it, it was ineligible man downfield, and that was Caden Wavernet.
Yeah, and usually you don't see a lineman get that far down the field that fast on a quick pass play, but every now and then that can happen, and you saw right there. Usually, a lot of time you'll see it on run-pass option, RPOs, but Yankton doesn't run a lot, if any of those, so it's kind of an interesting play there.
Repeat 2nd and goal. Ball on the 10-yard line for Yankton. 4:09 to go in the first quarter. Tyler Soler gets the handoff right behind the center in motion. We have 2 more flags out on the field. I'm not liking the way this is going, Josh.
Yeah, offense kind of shooting themselves in the foot here once again. We've talked about it early on. A lot of penalties. Going to be interesting to see what they call here. It was really fast. It looks like actually you're going to get the exact same call here, at least by the signal. 2 hands on the head usually is an eligible man downfield.
Well, something's going on that Yankton is trying to run a certain kind of formation, running a certain kind of play, and there's some kind of miscommunication going on between what is usually allowed or isn't allowed. Because I know I've seen this last year, Josh, and Coach Booth has not been happy about these kind of things.
On the offense, 12 men on the field.
12 men on the field, extra man on the field. And that's one where the offense just needs to slow down a little bit. Usually if you see 12 men on the field, usually it's on defense. You don't see that on offense a ton. Either way, though, an extra man on the field for Yankton in that situation. I believe a 5-yard penalty putting Yankton a little further back.
And so it'll still be 2nd and goal, but we're going to be back at the 15-yard line, Josh. Wait, no.
3rd and goal for the Bucks.
3rd and goal. So penalty was declined. So it is still right at that 10-yard line. Still 3rd goal for the Bucks.
Yeah, not the worst decision there. It's something where you can just try to force them short of the goal line. Don't want to give them 2 plays to maybe make something happen here and see what happens.
And so it'll be treated just as an incomplete pass, which it was. So, as you said, 3rd and a goal. Officials meeting right now. And Yankton is in the Midwest Insurance Agency Red Zone, a local independent insurance agency offering insurance from a local South Dakota company, DeSmet Farm Mutual. Midwest Insurance Agency is located just east of the Yankton Bowl.
Now it looks like they actually are going to accept the penalty and pin Yankton a little bit
What
further
in the
back.
Josh Boelter is going on?
I'm not sure what's going on. As far as I know, 12 man on the field isn't a 15-yard penalty. I don't know exactly what's going on, but either way, 2nd and 24. I don't know if there's another penalty afterwards or what.
Okay, well, it's 2nd and goal from the 24 and the snap. Rugby Riken under a lot of pressure, has to scroll to his right, and he'll be brought down. He'll be brought down at the Pierre 31-yard line, and this is just becoming an impossible situation for the Bucks. They are just even getting out of field goal range at this point.
Yeah, and now it's just a case of, look, you got to get some yards and get Trevor Paulson maybe in field goal range.
Where did they get down to eventually? Like the 3-yard line at almost? It was
about the 4-yard line. Yeah, it was something where, unfortunately, just a couple penalties and the big sack there for Pierre. Now all of a sudden find themselves in third and almost unmanageable.
Quad receivers to the right, now Goebel in motion. Far side to near side. Rugby has to roll out to his left. Flag in the backfield. And we do have Rugby trying to hold on to it, and will be forced out of bounds at about the 20. But, Josh, this is going to go back even farther. That's going to be holding on Yankton.
Yeah, Yankton's kind of played themselves out of points here. They 3 penalties as well as a sack. Got to be frustrating if you're Coach Muth over there on the sideline.
Well, he looks frustrated. So, I mean, all the entire coaching staff and the players. I mean, you get all the way down to the 5, and now I don't even know if Trevor Paulson, this is probably out of field goal range. What would it be now? So add 5. Yeah, that's out of field goal range for Trevor Paulson. And so if they accept it, which they will, they need a big play here, Josh, just to get in field goal range for Paulson.
Yeah, I mean, do you have a play for 3rd and 41? There's my question.
Power dive.
Quarterback sneak.
Quarterback sneak. Follow the bowling ball. And then the PA has some.
Yeah, now I once again have to ask. It was 3rd and 31. It's now 3rd and 48. Once again holding.
We're going to ask someone.
Yeah, I don't know.
We don't know what we don't know.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Rugby needs a big play here with the Yankton offense. Big pass down to the right side. I don't know. That is going to be incomplete. And so Yankton, another flag. Okay. Another flag here at Hollister Field.
Yeah, and if this is on Yankton, I imagine it'll be declined. You have 4th down, you go ahead and punt. But unless they really want to try to get better field position, but I don't think there's really any need to risk here if something crazy happens. Maybe you avoid any situation where you get a pass interference or something like that if you're Pierre. I think it's just smart to decline this one and get the ball back.
Well, so far, the biggest opponent for Yankton hasn't been Lincoln Keenholz or the Pierre defense. It's been Yankton and these penalties. And so many lots of yards for Yankton. Trevor Paulson come out to punt.
Yeah, and outside of that big play, what Yankton's been doing best is running the football. When you commit penalties, you get yourself out of a situation where you're able to run the ball, and you kind of saw it there. They took away Swanson due to penalties as well as a big sack, and now all of a sudden you will go from 1st and goal to punting on your own 48.
Trevor Paulson barely gets a punt off, but nicely located, nice accuracy, and is down right at the 20-yard line, and that was Caden Hughes, I believe, that down that for Yankton. So what Yankton needs to do, in my opinion, Josh, with 2:55 left in the first, is they just need to look at that entire thing and go, okay, that never happened. We just need to play cleaner, but just forget it. Yeah, just act like you just had a punt early.
Yeah, and they've had a couple drives of first downs. That last drive, get inside the 10. If they just can avoid penalties, they might have something here.
And Lincoln Keenholz and the empty backfield. Looking to pass, and he will have Merkwan broken up by Yankton, but Rainer Roig and Mac Reichen just about collided. I'd say they did, but it could have been a lot worse than it was.
Yeah, Roig played that perfectly as a safety, timed it right when it needed to, because it was a good ball from Keenholz. And if Roig doesn't play that at the right moment, that could be a first and more.
Incomplete pass will bring up 2nd down.
And so 2nd and 10 still for Pierre. It is Lincoln Keenholz with an empty backfield again. And more flags at the, oh man, even if it's on Pierre, Josh, just so much laundry so far.
Yeah, a lot of laundry on both sides, and you saw it there. I believe, yeah, that was, they're going to call it 74 Christian Bush. To me, it looked like Coverdale, but I'm not sure. Either way, 5 yards there. Now Pierre working with 2nd 15, and this is an offense that can work with 2nd and long. They can. They do have the ability to air it out. You haven't seen it a ton so far, but at any moment they could strike on a big play.
And now coming back out, ball on the 15-yard line. It is 2nd and 15 for Pierre, and Brock Mosier back with Lincoln Keenholz. And Keenholz Pass downfield and is almost brought in. Do you have a number for me, Josh? Sometimes the Vantage Point don't have it.
Looks like it's 80. I want to say 80, maybe just 80 there.
Jackson Edmond.
Jackson Edmond, yeah. 6'7".
Do you know how I knew that right away? I saw Jackson Edmond as a number. I was like, was it 80? 6'7"? Looked out in the field. I was like, yup.
Yeah.
He's 6'7".
And it just blows me away, the height of these receivers for Pierre. 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", 6'7". It's really just incredible how tall some of these receivers are for Pierre.
2:44 to go in the first. 3rd and 15 for Pierre. Lincoln Keenholz now looking to the left side. He's not looking off. He's going to keep it himself. He'll have plenty of yards. Enough for a first down. Will go out of bounds. And good play by Lincoln Keenholz. Heads up play. Instead of looking downfield for the big pass, he had plenty of real estate in front of him. He took it.
Yeah, and you almost could have swore that play was designed in the sense of Yankton sent 5 and then everyone else followed the receivers. They had absolutely no one on the second level to cover Keenholz if he gets past the defensive line there for Yankton.
And now a fresh set of downs for the Governors. 2:36 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, expect maybe even quarterback power here to the left side. That's exactly what you're going to get.
And Keenholz keeps it himself and have a nice decent gain there. Gain of, what did you say, Josh, about 6 maybe?
6-7 yards in there, and you just saw that formation, what they were doing earlier on the right side. They flipped it to the left, and a lot of times you'll see quarterback power out of that from Pierre.
And so now 2nd and 4 for the Governors. Ball on their own 38-yard line. Clock keeps ticking. 2:10 to go in the first quarter. Seems like this quarter's gone on a long time, but we've also had a lot of penalty stoppages, so it really has gone on for a long time.
So, yeah, that's kind of the key there. A lot of penalties on both sides, and it really will slow down a quarter.
And Yankton back in the box, and Keenholz now rolls out to his right, finds a nice crease, and he has plenty of real estate, and he will be going to the house for Pierre. That is a 62-yard touchdown run for Lincoln Keenholz. He found a crease he liked, Josh. He had a defender go off of his ankles. And for those wondering why Josh is giggling, he is within the crowd here at Hollister Field in Pierre, and people are congratulating him.
Yeah, they tried to give me a fist bump here in the crowd, but, that's one of those bread and butter plays for Pierre where they like to run quarterback power out of that. And you saw right there. Unfortunately now what's concerning is Gavin Swanson for Yankton is down at about the 40-yard line. And that's important there because, obviously playing both ways, that's starting running back for Yankton.
Yeah, Gavin Swanson, that is a huge question mark on the field right now. And he has been, as you said, Josh, the hashtag workhorse for this Yankton Bucks team. As you said, on both sides of the field, really. Do a big job at linebacker for Yankton as well as the run game. And so Trevor Woods on the field, mending to him. But Lincoln Keenholz showing those legs and the dangerous weapon he is. But Yankton has stuck in there so far in the first. And they, Josh, I want to say they basically scored first, but they got close, and then they backed themselves up. So this could be a whole different score, but as of right now, it's 6-0.
Yeah, and, you go back to a couple plays, penalties on offense as well as a 3rd and 15, not able to get a stop. Going to have to figure something out, answers on that. A couple big plays for Pierre there. I was talking about earlier, they're capable of big plays, and so far it's been the ground game. Keenholz making a man miss, breaking a tackle there from Swanson. Now Swanson being helped off the field, you got to hope he can come back if you're the Yankton offense especially. And, he's filling in on defense for Matthew Sheldon, who's out tonight. So that's going to be interesting to see necessarily who would come in for him in this type of situation.
Well, who will come in for Gavin Swanson will be Shaler Platt, more than likely. Similar type of back. And Shaler Platt has had a good season so far as well.
I was talking about on defense.
Yeah, and then on the defensive end, because you said Sheldon's out. I think Sheldon, and we're not doctors. We're not actually saying this, but he may return sooner than later. But just waiting for them to get back. And we have an extra point for Pierre. And nice snap, nice hold, and nice kick through the uprights. And that was Andrew Campia, the 6'4 sophomore for Pierre, putting it through. 7-0 Pierre Governors over Yankton. Minute 46 to go in the first. Back in 1 minute on your home for Bucks football, KYNT, KYNTV.
Do you have dry, sore, or irritated eyes? If so, you may have dry eye. At Vision Care Associates, we offer a simple, fast, and non-surgical procedure to treat black glands in your eyelids that can help your eyes to feel comfortable again. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Fieser to find out about dry eye treatment with our newest technology.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Kids seem to always be misplacing things. Socks, shoes, backpacks, books, you name it. So when it comes to important things like EpiPens for serious allergies or inhalers for breathing problems, make sure there's always some on hand when those items go missing or run out. Hi, this is Michael from Yankton Rexall. We pride ourselves on providing accurate prescriptions and appropriate medical information for your child's health. Good health attributes to good students. Yankton Rexall, your hometown pharmacy since 1923, located in the Meridian District.
7-0 Pierre over Yankton. Minute 46 to go here in the first quarter. Lincoln Keenholz, the quarterback, the punter, and the kicker and the placeholder for the Pierre Governors, out to boot this one to Yankton. Let's see if Yankton can have a better, more successful drive, Josh, as Austin Goebel back to return. He is a speedster, goes up the middle of the field, nice spin move, and is spun down to the grass at about the 22-yard line. That is where, excuse me, 27-yard line. That's where Yankton will take over.
You know, and this is a sport. It's crazy how fast momentum can change. Yankton was knocking on the door after a big play from Reich and Oswald, and then all of a sudden now they go from being up 7-0 to find themselves down 7-0 after a few penalties. Going to be interesting to see if the Bucs can respond here without Swanson on the field.
And is it Shaler Platt back there, Josh, you see, or is it Evan Sirk?
Looks like Evan Sirk to me from here.
Yep, it is definitely Evan Sirk, and quarterback keeper for Rugby Reich, and right off the right guard's hip, gets to the 34-yard line. And nice gain for Yankton. Will be 2nd and 3 for the Bucs.
Yeah, expect more of that without Swanson in the game.
And trip receivers to left, and Rugby under pressure, brought down in the backfield at the 21-yard line. And that is just 2 steps forward, 1 step back. And I say 21, but they're actually going to mark it all the way to the 24, but the point still stands. It's a loss of yards. So it is on the 24 now, 3rd and 13 for the Bucs.
Yeah, and the offensive line not really holding up the best here so far. They're going to have to make some kind of adjustments to counter this Pierre pass rush.
3 receivers to the right. Rugby now looking to pass. He has some pretty decent protection, rolling to his right, looking downfield, and tries to put it into a tight window, intercepted by Pierre. And things are going all Governor's way here at Hollister Field the last couple of drives. And now Pierre is in Yankton territory. And let's see how fast they can move downfield, Josh.
Yeah, Reichen kind of created some problems there for himself. There was no pressure on him. Pierre only sent 3. He felt the need to roll it. I don't know if that was this clock in his head or what, but either way, had time in the pocket. He just chose to scramble out and unfortunately ended in an interception.
And so now Pierre on the Yankton 35. There's the snap. Lincoln Keenholz looking to pass down the right side, and Grotenheist closing in and breaks it up. And Grotenheist didn't let him take it to the house. Waves no good to the fans, and what a welcome surprise it is back to have Cooper Grotenheist back in the lineup.
Yeah, nice play there by Grotenheist, but Keenholz kind of put a little bit too much air on that one and gave Grotenheist a chance to catch back up, and once he did, made the play.
But he did catch up at the end of the day, and ball still right at the 35, 2nd and 10, 34 seconds to go in the first quarter. Pierre leading Yankton 7-0. Empty backfield for Keenholz. Quarterback power to the left, finds the crease, and will lunge all the way forward. He was going to take that to the house if it wasn't for a quick trip up right at the about 20-yard line. We do a flag on the far side of the field. This may be going against Pierre.
A flag? What?
Yeah.
Never.
Flag 18 on the day. I don't know if that's the actual number, but it may be. It's probably not far off. Holding on Pierre.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
And that's going to go on Christian Bush, his 2nd penalty of the game, if memory serves. And that will back up Pierre. And Yankton will take every penalty they can get as well after what happened on their last 2 offensive drives ago.
Yeah, and that's a spot foul. So it's going to be about a 7-yard penalty there because Keenholz was already about 3 yards down the field. Either way, though, 2nd and long once again here. This defense, really outside of a couple plays, holding strong so far.
And so we'll see what Pierre is able to do here. Break up their huddle. Ball located at the Yankton 42-yard line. It is 2nd and 17. Just 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. Empty back hole for Kienholz again. He'll keep it to the right side. Yankton trying to get into the backfield. Nice cut by Kienholz, and is slowed down just past the line of scrimmage. Gain of a yard or so. And brings up 3rd and probably about 16 as the first quarter ends. It's time for a Culligan water break as we change quarters. Culligan Water, your local water expert specializing in water softeners, water filtration, and bottled water. We'll be back in 1 minute on your home for Yankton Bucks football. KYNT, KYNTV, Pierre's up 7-0.
Truxedo Truck Bed Covers is proud to call Yankton home and be a part of such a strong local community. Truxedo's commitment to excellence in producing the best product available drives us forward. And it's a commitment we share with Yankton High School football. And that's why we're strong supporters of our Yankton Bucks. So let's unite, pack those stands, and cheer on our Bucks to victory. Be loud, be proud, be Yankton.
Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh is the stop to make any time of the day. Enjoy breakfast items, made-to-order sandwiches, burgers, and more from the Hy-Vee Market Grill. Daily $5 meal specials are from 11 to 7, and find convenient on-the-go meal offerings and select grocery staples, including fresh produce and fresh bakery items, too. There's something for everyone at Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh of Yankton.
Shop Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every eye.
Welcome back to Hollister Field. Bryce Ladwig Josh Boelter alongside our camera operator Braden Butler as we begin second quarter of action here from Hollister Field. This is very interesting Hollister Field so far. 3rd and 16 for the Governors. Ball on the Yankton's 41. Pierre now moving right to left on your screen or radio dial. Completed pass downfield right at the 20-yard line. That'll be enough for a Pierre first down. And they got just enough, and that will move the chains. And just what a throw by Kienholz.
Yeah, it put some zip on that one. I believe a linebacker. I couldn't tell who it was. I thought maybe his foot kind of fell down on that play. But either way, Pierre converting another 3rd and long.
And now it is fresh set of downs for the Governors. Just 20 seconds into this second quarter. And Kienholz empty backfield again. And takes a snap. He is looking to pass. It's a lob pass deep into the end zone area. Brought in. That is, no, it is not brought in. It does hit the grass. Did you see who broke that up? Was that Grotenhuis again?
I believe it was Grotenhuis once again, like you said over there, and he's really stepping up. But once again, that's the risk of playing man coverage against these tall receivers. You're going to get a lot of jump balls like that, where they're going to come down with it sometimes, but Grotenhuis so far doing a pretty good job.
And Braden Butler just flashed me the double deuce and fingers, confirming, and that was in fact Cooper Grotenhuis. What a play on that far side of the field. 2nd and 10, ball at the 20-yard line, so Pierre in the red zone, just barely. Kienholz, keeper, through the left guard area, and we'll get all the way to the 10-yard line to be slowed down. And that'll be another Pierre Governor first down. So 1st and goal now for the Governors.
Yeah, and that's that bread and butter run play, that quarterback power off the side there. They go both ways with it. Usually whichever side is going to have more on that side, so it'll probably be the left here if they're going to run that again.
Yep, and looks like about 25 receivers on the left side. I'm joking, but very stacked on the left side of the line. Kienholz will keep it himself and follow those what turn out to be blockers. Gets in within the 5-yard line, and depending on the market, I think it's going to be right at the 4-yard line.
Yeah, about 2nd and 4 here. That's what you want to do on 1st and goal. You want to cut the field about half, especially you have it 1st and goal at the 10, and they did just that.
Empty backfield, 2nd and goal. And now Kienholz takes it a wide snap, brings it in, and is slowed down right at the line of scrimmage. Nice job by Yankton of capitalizing on a snap.
He's able to gain a couple more tackles by number 34, Charles Foote.
And it is 3rd and goal.
Okay. Yeah. All right, we're going to continue here. 3rd and goal from the 3. Kienholz, empty backfield. We said 4 receivers on the left here. Yankton trying to hold. 10 minutes left here in the second quarter. Pierre leads 7-0. One man way out right for Pierre. That is Cade Kaiser. Kienholz now motions a man right, takes the snap, moves forward, and is going to score on that one. Lincoln Kienholz with his 2nd rushing touchdown of the evening, and now it is 13-0. Pierre all of a sudden taking control in this one on offense. And, you know, once again, we've seen it with a lot of runs so far. 2 rushing touchdowns today for the senior quarterback. And all of a sudden, Yankton finds themselves down 2 scores here. Getting ready to kick this one is Andrew Campea, 6'4" sophomore. Bryce Yankton once again falling victim to that quarterback run.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had to step aside for a second. Campea puts it through the uprights, and 14-0. Pierre Governors, and we have a Yankton Buck down on the field. He'll be tended to. Can't see who it is from right here, but Yankton started this game off, Josh, very strong. It just seems like things really just have not gone their way the last few drives, but there's still so much game left to correct it.
Yeah, and you know what I look at here is on both those touchdown drives, they had one thing in common. They had a 3rd and 15 and a 3rd and 16 and gave up a 1st down. You got to get off the field on 3rd and long. You just have to, and so far Yankton not able to do that here in these last 2 drives.
And I want to thank our sportscaster partners as we do. Instead of taking time out, we'll keep it right here. And I want to thank Northtown Automotive, your local Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealer. Visit northtownusa.com. And Stockman's Motorsports. Stockman's Motorsports is your local Polaris dealer with a full lineup of Rangers and Sportsmans ready to get you in the fields, in the woods, or wherever you like to go. Stockman's Motorsports, proud supporter of all area students and athletes. And Floor Tech. Whether your home or floor is wet, call Floor Tech, 665-4839. And also want to thank Sherco, the proud supporter of Yankton sports. When you need to be sure, make it Sherco. State Farm, Roy Wilcox. Roy Wilcox State Farm Insurance is helping customers get to a better state for over 100 years. No matter where you are in life, he'll help you make the right play calls for your insurance coverage. Roy Wilcox State Farm, proud supporter of the Yankton Bucks. And finally, Pizza Ranch. For legendary chicken and the best pizza, it's Yankton Pizza Ranch. It's on Broadway, or you can call 665-1222. Be eating Pizza Ranch tomorrow morning on the Coach's Corner. Make sure you tune in. I catch up with all Yankton High School varsity and many sub-varsity coaches, talk about their Season 2 date, their last matchup, and what lies ahead. And yes, we'll be talking to Yankton football coaches tomorrow morning live on KYNT and KYNTV on the Coach's Corner. 9:49 left in the second quarter. There is the kick from Lincoln Kienholz. Austin Global won't bother returning that one. Goes into the end zone. Yankton will take over on their own 20.
And quick update, player down after the extra point was Rainer Roy. He got back up, but either way, you know, something you don't want to see, especially on an extra point. Maybe that's something where, unless you absolutely need a block on that or something like that, maybe you want to put players who aren't necessarily starting. But either way, Yankton with the ball now here, 1st and 10 on the 20.
And now it is Rugby Riken and the Bucks offense coming out. Tyler Soler in motion, near side to far side, kind of in the backfield. And a handoff right up the middle to Evan Sirk. And quick first step, but not enough. He is met right at the line of scrimmage by a host of Governors.
Yeah, not much going there. They're going with Sirk more than Platt on this. I don't know if that's because necessarily now with Swanson down there very thin at linebacker. That might be part of the decision. And Sirk is a good back as well, of course, but I thought we'd see maybe more of a mix.
But he's not a power back. He is definitely what would be considered a halfback, or a tailback, if you will. But I think that's a good point. Rugby Riken now up the middle, able to get away from a Governor and spun down right at about the 26, maybe 27-yard line as 9:10 is on the clock here in the second quarter. And that'll be 3rd and 3 for the Bucks.
Yeah, and Yankton needs to get a first down here, has to get a first down. Otherwise, they're going to find themselves in a position on defense where this game could get out of hand.
Trips receivers to the right, one to the left. Rugby Riken has Sirk in the backfield, and that's going to be encroachment going on the defense. That will help Yankton. And that will help Yankton move the chains.
It looks like it was Austin Langdow, the nose tackle, who kind of jumped forward on that one, number 99. I'm interested to see maybe if he jumped or if he was reacting to something. That can make a difference on what they call. either way, a bit of discussion here with the officials.
Encroachment, defense, number 99. 5-yard penalty. Remains third down.
So it remains third down. Excuse me.
Correction. Result of play. First down.
Okay, thank you. If you heard the correction, I said remains third down. I was like, wait, no, it should be a first down. It's 3rd and 3. So.
Yeah, 3rd and +2, you know, you'll see what happens.
Yep. And so, again, same formation as before. You have 3 receivers to the right side of the line formation. Yankton, and then plus some yards. And getting closer and closer to Pierre territory. And the official marking will be at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, and that's
he is moving around. I guess we have no idea what it could be, but never a good sign.
Yeah, and in the mean, or 1st and 5.
And now it is Yankton trying to capitalize on that 1st and 5, as you said. Ball on the Pierre 48-yard line. 8:38 to go in his play band. And now sending Austin Goebel in motion from the near side toward the slot. And now Rugby backpedals. Tasson Tyler Solar receives it. He is at the Pierre 30. Now it's spun down at the 25. And Josh, no penalties.
Yeah, no flags, and that was actually Evan Sirk in there on the catch, on the halfback wheel there. That was a play we've seen burn the Yankton defense, and that was Sirk with the catch and a new set of downs for Yankton.
Yeah, good job, Evan Sirk. His first reception of the season. And now Sirk right up the middle. Is Sirk being stopped at the 23-yard line, maybe the 24. And now, no, 23. It's 2nd and 9 now for the Bucks. 8:10 to go in the first half. Rugby Reichen on the quarterback keeper.
1st and goal again for Yankton, hoping for more success than the last time they were down in this situation.
Absolutely. And so now we have 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Evan Sirk. And Rugby Reichen takes the snap. He's looking to pass down to the left. Now roll out to his right under the ball.
Yeah, I couldn't really see because as soon as the ball was kind of there, you saw a Pierre player in there as well, kind of in the mix, and it was tough to see from here. But either way, you know, I think that call really could have gone either way.
And now still 2nd and goal for the Bucks. We have a timeout being taken by Pierre. Timeouts are brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When you're ready for a break and looking for a new direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Pierre 14, Yankton nothing, but Yankton knocking on the door here at Hollister Field. This is Bucks football.
There are a lot of benefits for your small business when you have a relationship with your locally owned and operated The UPS Store. I'm Doug Frederick, manager of the UPS Store of Yankton. Not only do we provide excellent customer service, but we also provide the necessary tools to help your small business thrive. We can help you with everything ing, printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs, even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, every ing for your small business, and of course, shipping. The UPS Store of Yankton, across from Walmart.
And Yankton looking all to do so. They have plenty of other weapons.
Yeah, either way, Yankton needing 6 here. It would be frustrating to get 2 trips with only 3 points if you're Yankton.
And Sirk is going to be absolutely just demolished right at that line. Maybe it's a little bit behind it, actually. It was a pitch because Rugby didn't have anything, but neither did Evan Sirk, just 3 feet to his left.
Yeah, they kind of sniffed that one out from the get-go. Once again, I've talked about that being one of Yankton's bread and butter plays, especially in the run, and Pierre saw that coming from a mile away.
2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Rugby now in 3rd and goal. Pass to the corner near pylon, and no completion. And Coach Braden Muth just about jumped 40 feet in the air. I think he may have wanted a flag of some sort.
Yeah, you know, either way, you know, you could see Jersey getting pulled from here. I believe that was a penalty holding on the defense. However, they're not going to call that.
And Trevor Paulson, and the ball will be held right at the 13, Josh?
And actually down there.
No, where the hold is. So
where the hold is,
yep.
yeah.
So it's a 23-yard field goal for Trevor Paulson. Is through the uprights, and field goals are brought to you by Core Trust. And for every field goal made this season, Core Trust Bank will donate $33 to the Yankton Booster Club. And cue the cha-ching music. That is $33 to the Booster Club. All right, it is time for us to take a very quick break. Come back in 1 minute. Yankton to kick off. It is Pierre 14, Yankton 3, 7:07 to go in the first half.
Shout out your lungs when it kicks into overtime and enjoy the ride of the season. Make some noise with First Dakota National Bank. Open a new account online today. Member FDIC.
Communication going on with the officials and the Pierre sideline here. So,
We got 2 fouls on the plate.
oh, double for the price of one,
Personal
Josh.
foul.
Petey and Winkler also on Yankton's Peyton Peterson.
Yeah, you know, and that's where we've seen 5 personal foul calls here in this first half. That's going to be a point of focus at halftime.
You know, the Hyde Stadium, baseball stadium just across the street. You think in the press box they have some like pitch counters maybe? Bring them over for Kaiser, the thing off the bolts.
Yeah, and you know, the problem there is Yankton wasn't able to get much pressure, which left Keenholt's time, and the receiver's wide open down the middle of the field. And all of a sudden, 1st and goal here for the Govs.
Ball right on the 10-yard line. Empty backfield for Keenholtz. And looking to pass. Rolls to
a couple of Yankton players got in the backfield there.
2nd and goal, Governor ball.
But did a good job of getting around the edge and forcing Keenholtz a little bit more inside to where Yankton had kind of blown up the middle of that offensive line.
And now Pierre has the ball right at the 7, so actually a loss of a yard. 3rd and goal, 6 minutes to go in the first half. Keenholtz, the snap, rolls to his right, plenty of time to look downfield, and brought in for a Pierre Governor touchdown.
Keenholtz rolls wide on the play-action pass and finds number 12, Jet Zabel.
So Jet Zabel on the receiving touchdown, his 6th of the season. And now Pierre goes up 20-3, 21-3 pending the extra point.
Governor 6.
Yeah, and you know, that's a simple roll out right, get it into the flat, and you saw it there for another touchdown.
Well, we knew Pierre was going to be tough, but it just seems, Josh, I mean, yes, they are the ones scoring the points, but it just seems like Yankton has just, that drive just really killed any momentum they had, and they just haven't been able to really get that spark back at all as the extra point goes through. It is 21-3 Pierre. 5:51 to go in the first half, and we're going to take a 1-minute break, come back, and continue here as Yankton will receive the ball. This is Yankton Bucks football, KYNT, KYNTV.
What does your phone and an auto show have in common? When you go to BillionAuto.com, everything. Start searching over 7,000 vehicles instantly. Chevys, Kias, GMCs, Toyotas, Fords, Hondas, Rams, and much more. Plus, negotiate your best deal on all pre-owned vehicles and apply for credit pre-approval, all within a matter of minutes. 17 new car brands and thousands of used cars, all in the palm of your hand. It's like an auto show every day at BillionAuto.com. All applications accepted. Not all will be approved.
It's time for a new kind of credit card. One that's with you where you are, wherever life leads. The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO earns you unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase, every day, every step of the way. For important information and limitations regarding the rewards program, visit fnbo.com/evergreen for complete details. From the great big small bank, ever ready for you to earn more so you can do more. Only with Evergreen by FNBO. Learn more today at fnbo.com/evergreen.
(21-3) Pierre with the lead over Yankton here in their homecoming. A very deflated feeling for Yankton Bucks fans so far, especially with Gavin Swanson going out of the game as the kick goes down. I believe that's Austin Goebel on the return, which is cut to the middle of the field and has some room on the outside and eventually is spun down. After, I would say decent return, but they're going to get within the 20, so.
Yeah, you know, you kind of had no choice but to return that one. But either way, not a bad little return for Cirque. Now Yankton going to have to trying to get something going here on offense.
Between where we're at on the field, you know, it's kind of difficult to spot players from here. Austin Goebel, Tyler Solar, and Evan Cirque. they're all blending to me right now. And you have 2 receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left, and Rugby, quarterback keeper, to the left side. Will bring a couple of Governors with him to the around the 25-yard line. Gain of about 6 on the play.
Yeah, and Yankton's found some success with that quarterback power run here, very similar to Pierre, but in a different formation. Gonna have to see they keep doing that.
Handoff, Cirque. Cirque is just buried in the backfield. Governor sniffed that one out. And Cirque didn't have enough room to really give a bolt of energy toward any direction. Just kind of had to run right into the Pierre Governors.
Yeah, nothing there. Ran right into a blanket of defenders. And now all of a sudden look at 3rd and 3.
Yankton wants a fresh set of downs here.
Empty set here on third short, kind of an interesting decision. Gonna be interesting to see what they call here.
And Rugby rolling out to his right. It will be a pass play. Rugby. And that is brought in by Yankton. And is Tyler Solar on the reception. First down for Yankton, fresh set. And he is spun down at the 34-yard line. That was a nice kind of dump-off play for Rugby to Solar.
Yeah, and that's something we saw a lot last week. Roll out, get it in the flats. Want to see more of that as this game continues.
And now fake handoff, and Rugby spins. We're going to have a penalty in the backfield, and I wonder, Josh, could this be holding? I don't know. I'm kind of confused, actually.
I think we're going to get holding, and I think, if I'm being completely honest with you, that might be a penalty on Riken as well. That's either intentional grounding or that's a fumble, one of the two. And I believe that's what they're discussing right now because there was no receiver in the area, and that was behind the line of scrimmage.
And Rugby has been under pressure. I want to say that, but it seems like he has been able to roll out kind of like he has all season. It's just been the receivers that have been covered differently and better so far this season.
Yeah, and in this pure pass rush, when they get back there, they don't miss, and you've seen that a lot. But looking back on the field, there are two calls in this one. It's going to be holding and intentional grounding on Yankton.
On the offense, number 60, intentional grounding. Number 14 on the offense. That's a 5-yard penalty from the spot of the foul and lost it down. Second down.
Now that is interesting. That I've never seen on intentional grounding. Usually that's a spot foul, but either way, look. Well, I guess it's going to be about that either way, but interested to see where they spot this.
Right at the 15-yard line, it is first and. They haven't updated it. First and 15 for Yankton.
First and about 30.
Or 30, yeah, never mind, sorry. First and 29. And Rugby checking his play band again. He has quad receivers to the right, takes the snap. Deep pass down the left sideline and is brought in. Who was that?
It's Cody Oswald.
Cody Oswald, the Wizard of Oz, brings it in. And Josh, they are in the Pierre territory. He was spun down at about the 47.
Yeah, and that's something. If Yankton has time, Pierre's playing man coverage against really good receivers. You've seen that on the other side too, but yeah, that's just one of those. If Yankton can find time, the matchups are there.
4:28 to go here in the first half. Fresh set of downs for Yankton. They're in Pierre territory. Evan Sirk with the carry. And the left side and a gain of a couple yards on the play for Evan Sirk.
Yeah, moving forward on that, Sirk battling for every yard here tonight. And it's going to be interesting to see if he can continue to move forward.
And now it is Rugby taking the snap. Looking downfield for Cody Oswald again. Into double coverage and incomplete pass. And Oswald really just kind of let that one hit the turf. But so did the Pierre Governors. It kind of looked like all of them, Josh, just kind of watched it hit the grass.
Yeah, that was a tough play. Didn't have enough time to develop. 56 Josh Rydberg had gotten in the backfield almost immediately, and Riken just had to kind of get rid of it and hope it was in the right spot.
Empty backfield for Rugby now. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. A couple notches under 4 minutes to go in the first half. Rugby under pressure, tosses it out. And on the reception, it is Peyton Peterson.
Yeah, Peyton Peterson, not a name we get to talk about a lot, but Coach Muth, the quarterback club, the very first quarterback club of the year, talked about how Peterson put in a lot of work in the offseason, was down catching passes at the middle school almost all offseason, paid off there.
And that's enough for a Yankton Bucks first down. Ball now on the 33 in Pierre territory. And Rugby looking to pass downfield to Tyler Solar in the flat, and he is hit hard down to the grass at the Pierre 25-yard line. So a gain of about 8 on the play for Yankton.
Yeah, nice little play there. And Yankton doing a better job of rolling out a little bit, getting it short. That's what they're going to have to do here in order to avoid that Pierre pass rush, is quick passes like that.
And then it is Austin Goebel being sent in motion from the far side, working toward the formation. Rugby has to step up in the pocket, won't step up in time. And he is down. That is a sack for Pierre. The ball did come loose, but he was well down before it did so.
Yeah, and I know what you want to do there is climb out of the pocket, but in that specific situation, it was just too late to do it, and, you know, he was swallowed by a couple defenders.
Well, the size of Pierre, even stepping up in the pocket, Josh, I think your best bet is what he's done all game. That's rolling. That's what he does.
Or even just throwing it away as quick as you can, because that was just one of those where moving up wasn't necessarily an option.
3rd and 8, Rugby Riken now. He'll roll to his left, looking downfield, nothing there so far. Tucker Gilmore, he'll try to force it in there. Did Gilmore bring it in? And he did. Tucker Gilmore.
Nice play by Gilmore there, fighting. You know, Yankton's going to have to connect on those a lot tonight, and actually they're going to say this one's incomplete. Once again, it was hard to see from over here, but either way, incomplete pass.
Tucker Gilmore, in my book, that was a completed catch. But no, that, they waved it off. I could have sworn that was brought in. Trevor Paulson now out to punt, and that is just unfortunate, especially since Yankton will be getting the ball at half. I had this in a timeout by Yankton, but I had this in my mind, Josh. Yankton go down to score to end the first half, get the ball back in the second half. You never know. Could be back into a very close ball game again, but looks like they might be in a punt situation depending on what Coach Brady Muth calls for here.
Now, they weren't lining up for a punt. They were lining up for field goal on that. They had one guy back there. They were getting ready for that, and, you know, that's interesting. We've seen him try that, Paulson, but either way, I wouldn't even going for it here either way, because if you look at it, let's say you punt the ball. Odds are that's going in the back of the end zone. They're only giving him about 10 yards.
Yep.
If you go for it, as long as you don't take a big sack, I don't see a lot of risk there either way. But I think this is smart by Coach Muth. Take a chance, you know, call a timeout, talk about it a little bit. Something maybe one of our broadcast partners, Tel Tanner, would have liked to see last Monday night in the Broncos game.
Well, I do like your Iowa math, and I think that it would be difficult. I just wanted to make fun of the fact that you're from Iowa.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Well, they're going for it, Josh. 4th and 8, ball on the 31-yard line. Lone back is Evan Sirk with Rugby. There's the high snap, brings it down. He is looking to pass, and Rugby has to get out of some trouble. Looking downfield, gets rid of it, but it is absolutely blasted. Ball is up in the air, and it is incomplete. And so you just have to look at it, Josh, kind of what you were saying before, but just say it doesn't go in the end zone. Say he was trying to angle it. It was just for a big return. I try to imagine those things instead of getting depressed.
Yeah, you know, and that's one of those where, like I said, if you punt the ball, they're going to get the ball at the 20. It's not a big loss. If you try a field goal, that's really long, even for a really good kicker in Trevor Paulson. I don't hate the call there to go for it. It just, unfortunately for Yankton, didn't work out.
Well, that would have been about a +5, about a 40, almost a 46-yard field goal. That's a big one.
And, you know, he does have the leg, but it's kind of windy out here, and you're down 3 scores.
It's on grass.
Yeah.
That's always different.
Yeah, you know, I don't hate the decision to go for it there at all. I completely understand there. Either way, now Yankton back on defense.
And Keenholz letting them know that as he goes all the way to the 40-yard line from the 31. So gain of 9 on the play for Keenholz, working out that empty backfield again. And we do have a measurement possibly coming our way. Are they going to bring out the chains? Maybe it's a first down, but as of right now, it is marked as 2nd and 1. No, they're going to go ahead and move the chains. Fresh set of downs for the Pierre Governors.
Yeah, and, you know, and that's something where now Pierre has two timeouts to play with at 2:10. A lot of things they can do, specifically running the ball, and you saw right there on that first play of the drive.
Yankton has to slow this down as much as they can. There's a snap, and Keenholz will step up and try to find a crease, and I was going to say it's brought down, but he carries half of the Yankton Bucks with him, and then gets out of pressure. He's to the 20, all the way to about the 20-yard line in Yankton territory, and that is why he is widely considered, Josh, arguably the best athlete and quarterback, however you want to say it, Class 11 AA.
Yeah, you know, and there were 4 or 5.
We do have a flag on the play. I know that's a shock to you, Josh. We do have a flag on the play.
A flag on the play? When did that happen? You know,
wow.
only every other snap tonight. And, you know, it's gone both ways on that. A lot of flags called on both sides, you know, and both teams, you know, trying to, I don't know how to say this, but maybe just fighting this one because, you know, it is an important matchup and both teams are just really wanting this. Going to be interesting to see what they call. I'm thinking it's on Pierre. Maybe in a situation like this, it might be a block in the back or something like that. Maybe a hold, especially because Pierre is kind of walking back here. I think it might have maybe been down way on the end here. I believe Rainer Roig was out deep covering a receiver, and it might have been held.
Foul, unnecessary roughness, offense, number 12. It's a 15-yard
All right. Well, unnecessary roughness on Jet Zabel on the offense. You don't hear that very often. Very physical team.
Result of the penalty will bring up.
And so that will push up here instead of all the way down the 20. That will push them. Are they going to talk about the marking of this too?
I believe they're going to talk about the downs. I think that was first down. I mean, even though there's unsportsmanlike conduct, that doesn't change the downs on that. It should be first down here, about 1st and 3. I think that's what they're talking about, but I'm not sure.
Well, the officials, the official scorekeeper that's keeping track of penalties so far, they're going to need a new pen because this thing is using a lot of ink so far in this game, Josh. How many penalties would you guess? We'll find out later, but I'm going to guess 31.
Replay the down. It'll be first down.
So first down for Pierre. They're going to replay the down. Ball on the Pierre 47.
Yeah, and I think that just was unfortunate wording because if we're replaying the down, that would be 1st and 10 back to the original spot. But like I said, I believe they just meant to say it's 1st and about 3, and that's basically what happened there.
And so now Kienholz, we're in that very similar formation. Very rarely has he had a back in the backfield because he is the back, and that's a power run right up the middle, and he'll get well past the first down marker to the Yankton 46-yard line.
Yeah, once again, that quarterback power has kind of killed Yankton a couple times here tonight, and you saw it once again. Pierre with plenty of time to play with here, minute 42 timeouts.
Yep, minute 40 left in the first half. And there's Kienholz looking to pass. He's looking down the left side of the field, and incomplete pass near the near sideline here, intended for Brecken Kruger, the 6'2 senior. And you're right, just look at the height of all the receivers for Pierre. Every time I mention it, Josh, I look at the height, and I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, and it's incredible. And that was a nice play design there by Pierre. Send some receivers deep to draw the Yankton secondary back, and then you have a guy wide open in the flat. Kienholz just wasn't able to get enough on it, but a lot of space there for Kruger in the flat.
And so minute 29 on the clock. It is 2nd and 10. Ball on the Yankton 46-yard line. Yankton just wants to get into halftime with the same score. And now Kienholz. Kienholz to the right side and is tripped up at the past the first down marker and all the way to deeper to Yankton territory at about the 30-yard line.
Yeah,
31.
And once again, how many times can you say they love that quarterback power? And you saw it again, lining up 4 receivers on the right, and it really is effective when you have that many blockers out there and a good athlete in Kienholz.
Minute 15 to go in the first half. 21-3 Pierre. Kienholz now. Pass to the right is brought in, and that will be a Pierre Governor touchdown deep in the second half. And did you see who that was, Josh?
I didn't. I think it was number 80, Jackson Edmond, in on that one. Actually,
no, Zabel. Yep, Jet Zabel, they just announced.
Yeah, Jet Zabel, number 12, actually. My apologies on that. But Zabel was able to get behind the defense, and Kienholz just put it on him for an easy 6.
So it's now 27-3. Pierre on top of Yankton, and this just really has spiraled out of control. For the Yankton Bucks. Here's the extra point through the upright. It's 28-3. Pierre on top. Minute 7 to go in the first half. We'll be back in 1 minute. Yankton Bucks football, KYNT, KYNTV.
Parks and Gazelles fall sports are in full swing. Unfortunately, with them may come injury. The Yankton Medical Clinic provides patients with the latest technologies and procedures in orthopedic care. Orthopedic surgeons, Dr. Brent Adams and Dr. Jeremy Kudera, specialize in athletic injuries, including fractures and sprains, shoulder, ankle, and knee injuries, and more. They'll have your favorite athlete back in the game in no time, offering the highest level of care right here at home. Call the Yankton Medical Clinic today. So much care, so close to home.
A radio commercial for hearing loss is tricky. You see, there are 2 scenarios. Either it's you, or it could be the loved one you're with. Here's how to find out. If the radio is deafeningly loud right now, it's probably not you. If it's not deafeningly loud, look over at your loved one wearing earplugs. Maybe it's time to visit the hearing experts of Vera Medical Group Audiology Yankton. Doctors Matt Rumsey and Kendra Bailey can get you back to never missing a beat during a conversation. They offer the latest technology and free 2-week test drives. Call 605-655-1220.
28-3, Pierre on top of the Yankton Bucks. And we have Yankton returning a kick here, and it will roll into the end zone for a touchback. So Yankton almost went out of about the 2-yard line, Josh.
Yeah, and that almost happened a couple times. Either a Yankton needing to get some points here in the half. They do get the ball first next half as well. Going to be interesting to see what happens.
And it will be, we'll have some score updates for you here shortly. And I do have some scores from our other Riverfront Sports broadcasts. And we'll get into the scores at halftime, Josh. But minute 7 on the clock here in the first half. 28-3 lead for Pierre. Toss to Cody Oswald. He drops it on the reception. Incomplete pass. And have to bring in all of those. But, Josh, I'm trying to be very optimistic here. And let's just say Yankton goes down, just scores here, and then gets the ball back at halftime, scores again, and then we're a whole new ball game.
Yeah, and, and that's something why Coach Moose talked about liking to defer in the first half. And could be key here if they can try to get something going here on offense and maybe change momentum.
And 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Rugby Reichen in the shotgun, rolling to his left. Nothing is open as far as receivers, and that proves as he tries to force one in and knock down to the ground. Incomplete pass intended for Tyler Solar. Is now 3rd and 10. Ball on Yankton's own 20-yard line. And now my biggest nightmare is about to come true, Josh, if Yankton has to punt.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. You might, I know you don't want to run here, but you almost might have to force Pierre to take a timeout, or even if they'll just let the clock run. But either way, you do not want to give this ball back to this Pierre offense right now.
Because 45 seconds, that's 2 plays for Pierre, the way they've been playing near the end of the first half. And now Rugby, and he gives it to Evan Sirk. Sirk cuts up to the middle of the field, and really nice small run for Evan Sirk, just shy of the Yankton 30-yard line. Enough for a Bucks first down that will move the chains.
I'm not 100%. Okay, they are going to move him for a second. I thought maybe they were going to say that was short, but either way, first.
No, I willed it to happen.
You did will it, and they needed that. Now they can go back to run the offense because odds are Pierre's not getting this ball back outside of a turnover. But
and now Rugby will keep it himself, run up the middle of the field, and will be met by a couple governors at about the 34-yard line, gain about 4.
Yeah, nice little run there, and I think Yankton's almost content now with just going to half at this point and trying to go back to the drawing board.
2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. And now it is Rugby Reichen rolling, stepping up in the pocket and just going down right at the line of scrimmage, a little bit behind it actually. And that will end the first half. And what started off as a strong performance for Yankton, defensively especially, in the first half, has ended in a very lopsided 28-3 score versus the 5-time 11AA state champ and homecoming team, the Pierre Governors. We have our Avera halftime show here around the corner. We'll talk all things first half and what we think Yankton needs to do in the second half to come back here at Hollister Field. But 28-3, Pierre on top. We'll be back in just over 3 minutes on KYNT, KYNTV.
Homecoming 22.
Football is back. So do you know what that means? It means Checkers is open every day of the week. That's right. You can get Checkers delicious wings daily and catch all the football action. Every Monday night, enjoy $5 cheeseburgers and fries. Grab your friends, bring your family, and head on down to Checkers. Open 11 to 11 daily. Checkers Sports Bar and Grill on Walnut, just north of 4th Street in Yankton.
These days, it seems every day is Casual Friday.
Employees now prefer comfortable, casual clothing.
And JJ Benji's is on top of it with a wide variety of clothing.
Polos, quarter zips, button shirts, t-shirts, caps, and more.
In the most popular styles and materials.
All that you can customize with your company's logo.
JJ Benji's can keep your employees looking sharp and comfortable.
JJ Benji's, 201 Pine Street, downtown Yankton.
For screen printing, embroidery, and promotional products,
JJ Benji's makes you look good.
In the lab or up on stage, Mount Marty University has a place for you. From athletes and artists to academics and alumni, together we cheer each other on and work to make a difference in the lives of those around us. Show your spirit at a university that celebrates what makes us different. Schedule a tour at Mount Marty University by visiting mountmarty.edu or calling 605-668-1545.
The warmer months can be wonderful times that allow for plenty of fun outdoors. However, while you may be enjoying the outside time, pests and insects may be trying to find their way inside. Eliminating a pest infestation and ensuring they don't return can be tough to do on your own. But with Olson's Pest Technicians by your side, you can rest assured you're fully protected. Locally owned and operated since 1966, Olson's Pest Technicians provides reliable pest control services to residential and commercial properties. Visit 800KILBugs.com.
I'm Dave Holland, physical therapist at Overland Rehab. Whether you've sustained a new injury, had a recent surgery, or tired of lingering pain you experience from simple, everyday tasks, physical therapy could be the solution. At Overland Rehab, we'll create a physical therapy plan for your health needs and goals. Contact us today for convenient appointments in 8 locations in Northeast Nebraska and 1 right here in Yankton, located on West 8th Street, otherwise known as the Lake Road.
When it's time for school, it's time to stop at Cenex. You can fill up your car with high-quality gas and fill up your stomach with a quick breakfast. Maybe most important of all, you can fill up your mug with hot coffee. So all you students and teachers, skip the snooze button and head into Cenex on your way to school. Shop Easy, owned and operated by the Santee Sioux Nation, is open 24 hours for your convenience and wishes all area students and faculty a thriving, successful school year.
And welcome to the Avera Halftime Show. This is Bryce Ladwig. And not the first half that the Yankton Bucks wanted, but that's the first half that they have. And see what adjustments they can make going into halftime. And being joined by Josh Boelter. Josh, I don't know the best way to describe the first half except just deflating.
Yeah, and and it really got out of control quickly there, unfortunately, towards the end of the first half. And it was 7-0 going into the second quarter. Unfortunately, Yankton with a couple misses on certain things, and all of a sudden you're sitting here at 28-3.
Yeah, and one of the biggest, I'd say, losses on the field so far, well, a loss is Gavin Swanson going out on crutches, of all things. And Evan Sirk is a really good back. I don't want to take anything I'm saying against Evan Sirk, because we both love Evan Sirk as a running back for the Yankton Bucks. Huge first step, quick first step. But this is the kind of game. He's had some really nice runs, but the size of this Pierre defensive line just really seems like it was suited for Gavin Swanson, right? Or maybe even a Shaler Platt in just their size. However, I think your point about Shaler Platt probably being used, I'm going to ask the coaches about it tomorrow morning in the coaches' corner. They don't even want to use Shaler Platt as a running back for the sheer sense they need him as a linebacker because that depth is shot.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Sirk's one of those change of pace backs where you want him in there, but when you need to run power, Gavin Swanson's that guy, and it really changed what Yankton's been able to do on offense, really kind of limit them. A lot of the success they've seen since are kind of on 50-50 passes that really could have gone either way, and, Yankton, they're going to have to go back to the drawing board a little bit in the second half and try to find something.
Yeah, Robbie Reichen under a lot of pressure and has made some really good throws, has made some throws into very tight windows that haven't turned out very well for Yankton. But besides Gavin Swanson going down, Josh, and I think the biggest gut punch to the Yankton Bucks so far isn't any of the giant Keenholz runs or passes. It was being down at the 5-yard line after scoring a touchdown that got called back, and then somehow ending up at midfield by the time that drive was over. That really did a number on the Yankton Bucks.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where you just look at it and you go, you got to find a way to contain him more so than stop him, and he is just an incredible football player, and you've seen it so far in the first half.
All right, we're going to take a 3-minute break. When we come back, we will have some stats for you here from Hollister Field, some first half recap stats, all coming up. And this is, again, the Avera Halftime Show, moving health forward. Back in 3 minutes.
With grain carts getting bigger and better every year, don't you think it's time to outfit them accordingly? Sherco's 4500 Series HD electric tarp works seamlessly with existing Sherlock tarps. The heavy-duty extruded arms are the strongest on the market and come with a lifetime warranty. Operating is easy and convenient with one of our smart remote options that let you open and close your tarp with the push of a button. Call to order yours today at 1-800-474-8756. When you need to be sure, make it Sureco.
Think about how people really see you. The kid at the drive-thru just sees a coffee drinker.
Please go forward.
Your local barista sees the person who loves a smiley face in their latte.
See you next time.
It's kind of the same way with insurance. Other insurance companies just see a customer, but a State Farm agent sees more. They see you as a neighbor. Your State Farm agent is here to get to know who you really are, so they can help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411 today to learn more.
Truxedo Truck Bed Covers is proud to call Yankton home and be a part of such a strong local community. Truxedo's commitment to excellence in producing the best product available drives us forward. And it's a commitment we share with Yankton High School football. And that's why we're strong supporters of our Yankton Bucks. So let's unite, pack those stands, and cheer on our Bucks to victory. Be loud, be proud, be Yankton.
Have aches and pains taken you out of your game? At First Chiropractic Centers, we have been helping people get back into their game for nearly 40 years. Whether your game is sports related, or it looks more like gardening, household chores, exercising, or just daily life, if your pain is preventing you from enjoying or participating in your chosen activity, we can help. First Chiropractic Centers, whole health with hands-on healing, with offices in Yankton, Scotland, Hardington, Tyndall, and Wagner.
As a proud community bank, Core Trust delivers more than just checking and savings accounts. We invest in the cities and towns where we live and work by volunteering to coach youth sports teams, supporting local charities and the arts with our time and resources. Whether we live in a rural town in South Dakota or a suburban city in Minnesota, it's a place we call home. Core Trust Bank. Raise your expectations.
Member FDIC.
At Elwood Family Dental Care, we see patients from 1 to 101.
Come experience our gentle touch while you relax in our massage chairs and watch TV. Patients are loving our new digital scanner. No more ooey gooey gaggy impressions.
We'd love to meet you, and we're always accepting new patients. Call 665-2530 to make an appointment. Elwood Family Dental Care, where we take care of the entire family.
And welcome back to the Avera Halftime Show. It's time for our stats review, and I'll send it over to Josh Boelter. And Josh, go ahead and send us to break when you are finished with our first half stats recap.
Yeah, taking a look here is looking at the Yankton Bucks. Rugby Riken with 144 yards passing and an interception. He also has 10 yards rushing on the day. Looking at other rushing totals, Gavin Swanson on the day with 8 carries for 25 yards before he left with that injury. Evan Sirk looking at it here with 11 rushes on 5 yards. Leading the way receiving is Cody Oswald with 88 yards on the day. Evan Sirk with a big catch for 25 as well. Solar with 17 as well. Looking over here, moving on to the Govs. Lincoln Keenholz, 106 yards passing and a touchdown, adding another 150 yards rushing on the ground with 2 scores. Mosier with 2 carries as well. Zabel with 37 yards and a touchdown, as well as Hewen, no catches. But looking at it here, looks like that's hard to see here, but it looks like that's Kaiser, who also has, I believe, 98 yards receiving, and Edmond with 21 as well. You know, and it's one of those things where you look at Keenholz, over 250 yards of offense and 3 touchdowns in that first half, really just kind of doing his thing. But, you know, Yankton moving the ball as well, just not able to punch it in. It'll be interesting to see if they can do that here in the second half as they trail 28-3 for Bryce Ladwig. I'm Josh Boelter. We'll be back here in just a few minutes with second half action here from Hollister Field in Pierre, South Dakota. You're listening to KYNT and watch this on KYNTV.
South Dakota Coyote football is back, and we can't wait to see you back in the Dakota Dome. Presented by Midco, the Coyotes will host Cal Poly in the Dakota Dome at 1 p.m. on Saturday, September 17th. It's Ag Appreciation Day, so check out the ag displays east of the Dakota Dome prior to the game. Join Coyote Nation in the Dakota Dome for the Coyote football home opener, Saturday, September 17th at 1 o'clock. Tickets are available now at goyotes.com.
Hey Yankton, Hydro is excited to announce we have new wages. General production, entry level, now starting at $17 an hour, and entry level cast house starting at $18.75, with skilled positions even higher. Dollar shift differential as well. We offer day one benefits and monthly profit sharing with a variety of shifts available. Go to jobs.hydro.com, search Yankton. That's jobs.hydro.com, search Yankton, or call Evie 605-668-2344.
Education. That is one of our core values here at Missouri River Associates. Just making a sale is not our number one priority here. Our office is here to educate you on your choices in the insurance world. We are here to guide you in making the right choice for you, your family, or your business. Our agents are honest and transparent with you on your coverages. Let one of our agents show you your options today. Missouri River Associates, 665-6885.
Buying or selling your home is one of the biggest decisions you may make in your lifetime. I'm Deb Speck with Vision Real Estate, and I'm ready to help guide you with professional advice from before the listing until after the close. Not only will you get real estate knowledge, but also we provide moving boxes and an enclosed courtesy trailer to help make the move just a little easier. Call me today at 664-5555.
Exciting news, Yankton area. Amazon Delivery is hiring. Amazon Delivery is searching for drivers to deliver packages in the Yankton area. You must be 18 years or older with a valid driver's license and pass an Amazon background check. Work for a company with competitive pay, flexible scheduling, and job security. If you are interested in becoming an Amazon Delivery driver, please contact Yankton Computer at 605-664-2222 to find out more and to fill out an application today.
SWAT Chiropractic in Yankton has a newer research-based mindset when it comes to treating musculoskeletal aches and pains. Dr. Swatsky takes the time to figure out where the pain is coming from and educates his patients on what they can do to improve their functional range of motion. He administers a range of treatments and preventative approaches that are customized to each individual patient and their health goals. When you need to feel better, visit SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab out by the lake on West Highway 52.
Bryce Ladwig and Josh Boelter here for KYNT, KYNTV. Yankton trailing Pierre 28-3 at the half. And Josh, the more I just think about it, I'm just like probably everyone listening or watching is deflated as to how Yankton had that touchdown pull back, but they really do have to shake that off in the second half. Well, just like we do. They just have to come out with a fresh mindset and realize there's a whole half of football to play.
Yeah, and and there are a couple plays that they go Yankton's way. Maybe the score is a little bit closer, but you can't think about that now. You have a second half, and we've seen this team be able to come back. They did this last year against Pierre in the against T in the semifinals, and it's going to be interesting to see if they can maybe do that again. Last time when that happened, you were able to see Riken make a lot of plays scrambling. If he can get that going again, maybe. And I'm talking specifically on passes, able to move the ball forward and improvise on some plays. And then all of a sudden you can just start to maybe cut it down a little bit. But then on the other side, you got to find a way to slow down number 3. We talked about over 250 yards of total offense, 3 touchdowns on the day, 2 on the ground, 1 to the air. It's going to be hard, but this team, we've seen it. They're good. They can do this. It's got to start here on this first drive.
Thanks to our sportscaster partners, Yankton Computer Network Services, for your complete personal and business computer solutions. Rely on Yankton Computer Network Services. Wishing the best of luck to the Yankton Bucks and Gazelles athletics this season. And the Fox Stop. For all your daily convenience and fuel needs, make a stop at the Fox Stop. And Buell's Cleaners. For rugs, uniforms, linens, and other cleaning services, go to Buell's in downtown Yankton. And SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab. The Yankton High School Sports Coaches Show on Saturday mornings at 9:05 a.m. is sponsored by SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, the go-to place for specialized wellness and therapy. We'll be back in 2 minutes with the second half action here on KYNT, KYNTV. Yankton trailing Pierre 28-3.
Yankton is thriving. This
This is Nancy and Andy of Yankton Thrive. We've improved our quality of life in Yankton with projects like the Aquatic Center and Mount Marty Fieldhouse. We've addressed housing issues with the Westbrook Estates development. And to grow our workforce, we've conducted virtual job fairs, recruitment marketing, and offered scholarship opportunities for careers in our high-need areas. Yes, Yankton is thriving thanks to all the great people and companies that make Yankton their home. For more on Yankton Thrive, go to yanktonsd.com.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT&RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
Do you have dry, sore, or irritated eyes? If so, you may have dry eye. At Vision Care Associates, we offer a simple, fast, and non-surgical procedure to treat black glands in your eyelids that can help your eyes to feel comfortable again. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Fieser to find out about dry eye treatment with our newest technology.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Kids seem to always be misplacing things. Socks, shoes, backpacks, books, you name it. So when it comes to important things like EpiPens for serious allergies or inhalers for breathing problems, make sure there's always some on hand when those items go missing or run out. Hi, this is Michael from Yankton Rexall. We pride ourselves on providing accurate prescriptions and appropriate medical information for your child's health. Good health attributes to good students. Yankton Rexall, your hometown pharmacy since 1923, located in the Meridian District.
All right, we have second half action here from Hollister Field in here. And Josh, if you haven't noticed on our rejoins, that it takes a couple extra seconds because of where the equipment is located, and that is deep in the heart of a scissor lift.
Yeah, I've been watching you. There's not a ton of room up there. You and our camera operator, Braden Butler, are up in that lift. I'm actually down in the bleachers with some Pierre fans. Say hello, Pierre fans. Hi. No, they've been really good sports up here, and it's been a lot of fun here at Hollister Field. But, yeah, you've had to reach down and grab the equipment. But either way, you know, it's good to be out here. Hopefully Yankton can get a couple scores on the board here and maybe get back into this one.
My wife is going to be so mad at me. You know why? She told me, make sure you bring a sweater. And I said, nah, I'll be okay. It's getting kind of cold.
So you're up there in a T-shirt. Braden's in a polo. I'm down here in a sweatshirt. I am perfectly comfortable.
Katie, I'm sorry. They put a fresh 12 up on the clock. And Lincoln Keenholz to kick for the Pierre Governors. Again, thank you for joining us on KYNT and KYNTV. And we have the third quarter starting here.
Just at the pylon that kickoff.
Yeah, and that's going to go out of bounds on the kickoff. Like, literally just missed the end zone there. Couldn't have gotten much closer. But either way, fresh set of downs for Yankton, obviously, off the kickoff. But now sitting with good field position at the 35.
Yeah, and thank you. I was adjusting something, again, in the scissor lift. So I appreciate it. And so Yankton has the ball, as you said. And if they can score right away on this drive, that will help heal a lot of things that have happened so far.
Yeah, you know, it's going to be interesting to see if they can find a way to get it going and get something on offense. And interesting, I believe that's actually Shaler Platt now in at running back.
So Shaler Platt, the running back with Rugby. And trip series to the left, or two, I should say. Rugby keeps it himself, goes out to the left, and is met right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, not much there. And I don't want to call out Platt on his first play, but he was trying to block the guy behind Reich, and you need to start moving forward on that, especially when you're fighting for yards on every play. Unfortunately, there just wasn't much there for the Bucks.
Coach Muth, hands on the knees right after that play. I wonder if there was some kind of miscommunication between play call and execution. But we move forward. It is still 2nd and 10. Ball on the 35. Tyler Solar in motion into the slot. And Evan Sirk back in at running back. It's Rugby Reichen. Steps up in the pocket. No, he'll roll out to the right. He's under immense pressure. And tries to turn upfield and is met pretty much at the line again. Actually, behind the line. And it's a loss of about 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, Maciejczak there for Pierre blew past the line there and was able to get some pressure and force Riken to roll out, and ended up in a sack.
So 11 minutes now to go in the third quarter. And now empty backfield for Rugby. 3rd and 14. He takes a snap. And under pressure again, looking downfield, and pass is incomplete. And he was looking for Peyton Peterson again, and that hit the grass before the catch could be reeled in. So right out of the gate, 4th and 14 and a punt situation for the Bucks.
Yeah, obviously not what you want there if you're the Bucks. You need to get something going here, give your defense a little bit of momentum on offense there, trying to get a score, but didn't go that way, and now you're going to have to punt it back to Pierre in that dynamic offense.
And a nice snap. And, oh, they did replenish the flags. Another flag out on the field, and it is going in for a return. And it will be returned to about the Yankton 45-yard line by Kruger. And we do have a flag out on the field.
Yeah, and I believe there's a flag before that, but either way, it looked like to me the Yankton punt, or the Pierre punt returner had called for a fair catch, caught the ball, and then just started running and kept going. I mean, both myself and Braden Butler, our camera operator, are saying the same thing over here, but either way, going to be interesting to see if they call this one. It looked to me like he'd called a fair catch, but, you know, we're up here. The refs are down there. Maybe they saw something we didn't. I don't know.
But they did reload their flag holders. You see that?
They did.
Beautiful throw. And it's been a couple years since I've seen this many flags, Josh. I'm not joking. I'll stop talking about it. I'm harping on it a lot, but it's just amazing to me how many have been thrown so far in this game. It's just the beginning of the second half.
Yeah, you know, and that's going to be interesting to see what happens here. A lot of time left, you know, down a lot of scores, but it's going to be interesting to see how they adjust.
The official's still talking. And still discussing what will happen with this ball here. Here we go.
Illegal formation on the punt, on the punting team. Will be 5 yards added on to the end of the run. First down.
So it's going to go on Yankton, and it's going to be legal formation on the punt team. So 5 extra yards added to the end of the play. So now Pierre is at the Bucks 40-yard line.
Yeah, you know, good field position here for the Govs, trying to add to their already big lead.
Yeah, that was I thought that call was going to be going against Pierre. About 98% sure it was.
Well, I knew there was a penalty on Yankton because they threw it right away. But
I mean, the second one, yeah.
Yeah, I thought there would be another penalty on Pierre, but either way, not called.
And there's Keenholz, gets a snap, toss into the flat, and it is to Cade Kaiser. Turns up field, gets rid of a Yankton Buck, puts him in the dust, and that is a nice gain for Pierre. That ball will be marked at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, 2nd and short here for Pierre. That's what they want. Gives them a chance to run power, and they actually do have a back with Keenholz there. It looks like Moser in on this one.
Yeah, Brock Moser, the back, 2 receivers to the right. Hand off to Moser, and Moser able to get past the line of scrimmage and gets tossed down right at the first down marker. I think he's going to be just short.
Yeah, that's Charlie Foote who got in there and kind of blew that one up just short of the sticks. All of a sudden here, 3rd and short, Yankton trying to hold here. Pierre really has 2 plays if you think about it, if they want them, but chance here for Yankton maybe to get off the field.
Yeah, so see if Yankton can get this big stop here. But you have to imagine also, I think they go for it at this point, where they're at in the field. Maybe.
Yeah, you got 2 plays really to get a yard here. Empty set, and I think if they pass, you're going to see that potentially.
And now is Keenholz pass downfield to Merkwan, broken up by... Flag on the field, it's going to go against Yankton.
Yeah, I think Solar there maybe got a little bit of the jersey, and either way, that's going to be a fresh set of downs for Pierre.
Looks for Merkwan down the field. We do have a flag on the play.
And so that'll be a first. I'm just going to say it before. That's going to be a first down for Pierre. And see the official call here from the officials.
Pass interference, defense, number 2, 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Result of play, first down.
No, I don't know if they said the wrong number on that, but it looked like it was 10 out there. It looked like it was Solar. Maybe they weren't even looking at that. They were looking maybe at another play, but I had my eyes on Solar in the pass there, so maybe there was something away from the ball that I wasn't necessarily looking at closely.
Well, a fresh set of downs for Pierre nonetheless. Ball on the 16-yard line, 9:22 to go in the third. Keenholz now dump pass out to his back in the backfield, and that is Brock Mosier, 5'7" junior, and he is stopped in the backfield by the Bucks.
Yeah, nice little play there by the Bucks. Stopped the swing route in its tracks. A couple players got there and lost a 5 on the play.
And so let's see Yankton continuing to bend. Hopefully they don't break, getting closer and closer into their own red zone. And, you know, overall, Josh, I've been very impressed with Yankton's defense in this game. Some big plays, sure, you know, but you're going to have that against Pierre and Lincoln Keenholz. But they have done a nice job doing what we said they're doing. That's just getting into the backfield when they can.
Right, a couple plays kind of broke down, but overall, a good job by this defense. You know, going into the second quarter, they'd only given up 7 points.
And Keenholz, power run to the left, and gets back to the original line of scrimmage and gets by that a little bit. So maybe to the, I think they're going to mark it right at the 15-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 10 now for the Governors.
Yeah, got to get off the field here if you're this Bucks defense. Try to get this ball back to your quarterback in the offense and get something going.
So now Keenholz will be back to an empty backfield. And that is 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Keenholz now under some pressure in the back. Rolling out to his left. Toss toward the end zone. And that is brought in by Pierre. That is a Pierre touchdown. And waiting on the official.
Yeah, hard to see what number there, but either way, a touchdown for sure. Just like I said, hard to kind of see. It's Jackson Edmond is who they're going to say caught that one. Like I said, it was just kind of hard to see from here, but either way, nice throw there from Keenholz, who's on the run, kind of falling backwards, and just times it with his receiver Edmond there to be able to get back. And that's really just reps. You get that chemistry going, and they're able to get the score there once again, and that just shows the talent of this Pierre team as well as Keenholz, of course, being able to find the spot on that one and get a touchdown.
You know, with the extra point is blocked by Yankton, and well, this is not able to be returned. They're saying they blow it dead, but Rainer Roig able to block it. So nice. Blocked extra point by Rainer Roig.
Nice play there by Rainer Roig, and you know he got injured on an extra point attempt earlier in this one, able to recover there and you know make the block there on that one. Now Yankton find themselves down 31. Got to find a way to get a score.
Yep. So we're gonna take a 1-minute break, come back, and we will have Yankton receiving the ball. 34-3, Yankton trailing, 7:50 to go in the third.
Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh is the stop to make any time of the day. Enjoy breakfast items, made-to-order sandwiches, burgers, and more from the Hy-Vee Market Grill. Daily $5 meal specials are from 11 to 7, and find convenient on-the-go meal offerings and select grocery staples, including fresh produce and fresh bakery items, too. There's something for everyone at Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh of Yankton.
Where there's a helpful smile in every eye.
Attorney General Mark Vargo here, talking about sweepstakes scams. We all want to receive that call that says we've won a sweepstakes, and scammers know this. If you receive a call or an email saying you've won, but you need to pay taxes by placing money on a gift card or by mailing cash, it's a scam. It is illegal to ask for funds up front for taxes, tariffs, or customs. If you've been victimized by this scam, please reach out to my Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
And on the return for Yankton, it was Charlie Foote, and
number 35, Chance Sarda.
And it was a nice little return, and the ball was based at about the 31-yard line.
Yeah, and you know, you look at it here, the Bucks with a nice little return. They're almost on a squib kick type of play. I believe it was Charlie Foote, and on that one, Bucks now with 1st and 10, down 34-3. 2 backs. It looks like it's actually Solar and Cirque there. Riken fakes an end around and goes to a screen over to Solar. Solar makes a man miss and gets forward for about 3 or 4 on the play. That was a nifty little screen pass. Kind of keep that one in the back pocket. But yeah, either way, about a gain of about 4 on that one. That was Solar once again. Bucks now with about 2nd and 6, 2nd and 5. 1 running back in the backfield, 2 receivers right. Half pull there from Reichen, moves forward. Looks like he's got enough for the first down, maybe a yard short. Looks like that's what they're going to call it. It's going to be about 3rd and 1 here for the Bucks, trying to get their first down of the second half, trailing 34-3. Reichen now. One back in the backfield, takes a snap, hands off to Cirque. Cirque looks like he's going to be pulled down at the line of scrimmage, and that's going to make it 4th and 1 now, Bryce. And not what you want to see there if you're the Bucks trying to convert here on 3rd down.
No, and Evan Cirque ran out to his right, and it was actually someone right in the middle, getting through the middle of that line, pulling it from behind, just getting back into the backfield very quickly. You could tell he was basically blindsided being pulled down there. And then they'll bring out Trevor Paulson, as you said, for another Yankton punt. And at this point, Yankton just wants to get on the board here. They just want to get a touchdown here at Hollister Field.
Yeah, and I almost think you got to go for this one. I mean, the score is already 31. Might as well give it a shot, but either way, punting this one away.
And it is out at about the 28-yard line, maybe the 27 where they'll mark it. And so that is where the Pierre Governors will take over offensive plays.
Yeah, and we saw Keen Holtz's talent on that last drive, on the touchdown play, able to scramble out and kind of almost throw as he's falling, and finds Edmond for 6. And that's really what it's been. He's got 4 touchdowns on the day, 2 passing, 2 rushing. He really is as good as advertised, and you've seen that here tonight.
So 6:13 to go in the 3rd quarter. It is 34-3. Yankton Bucks trailing the Pierre Governors. And Yankton needs obviously a big stop, but they just need to get that ball back.
On the punting team. It's a 5-yard penalty added on to the
Josh, go ahead.
Yeah, so we have another flag here. There's an illegal formation there on the punt.
Second one of the day.
Yeah, really just, and that's back-to-back punts, I believe, or that's illegal formation. And, that's something that Coach Muth and Coach Kolpitz are going to have to talk about with the guys. And they're already kind of taking notes of that. But, yeah, back-to-back illegal formations in the punts. Here's Keenholz, throws a bubble screen.
To Merkwan. And Merkwan down the side, another flag coming in from the back. That will be a big gain for Pierre, pending the flag, Josh.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this was on. Either way, if this is on Yankton, that's a really big gain for Pierre, but I'm not sure which way this is going to go.
Now, Josh, I have an honest question. And
I will try my best to give you an honest answer.
Is it just in my mind, or has this been some of the most flags you've ever seen?
Yeah, definitely in a game that I've called. There's been a lot of penalties, as we see another one there, holding, and that'll be a spot foul. I don't know if that's going to change the field all that much, considering where it was down the field, maybe 4 or 5 yards at the max, and it looks like it's going to be maybe 2 or 3. So, yeah, and, there have been a lot of penalties. And the thing is, they've gone both ways. There have been penalties.
Oh, yeah, I'm not calling for Yankton, getting unfair. It's been going both ways, just so many.
Yes.
Versus Watertown, if I remember, Josh, it was like 4 total flags.
Yeah, and, this is something, Yankton's been a relatively clean team, but a lot of mistakes today, and, that doesn't help on the scoreboard.
And toss out to the flat to Brock Mosier. Mosier turns upfield on the right hash mark, goes through some Yankton defenders, and another flag called out in the field.
Yeah, and I'm going to choose not to talk about the flag. I'm guessing probably holding, something like that. But I want to talk about Mosier for a second. They're on that swing pattern. Made a nice cut, the back there for Pierre, but unfortunately I don't think it's going to count as the Pierre offense is kind of walking backwards.
Yeah, so it's going on Pierre. Legal block in the back going on Pierre.
And just a lot of mistakes on both sides. Pierre being able to overcome them so far, but yeah, just a lot of penalties. That's the only way you can describe it.
And so the ball will be placed back at the Pierre 20. It'll be 1st and 22 for the Governors. 5:43 to go in the 3rd quarter. And Keenholz with that same empty backfield. Plenty of receivers all close to the line on the right side. 3 of them make that 4. And tossed down to the left sideline and brought in right at the 50. What a grab. Had to stretch out for it. And that is Cade Kaiser. Had some words with the Yankton sideline, letting them know that he brought it in right at midfield.
Yeah, nice catch there by Kaiser. You'd think if him and Keenholz were able to connect a little better on that, he was wide open. That's 6 otherwise, but either way, a big back-breaking play there for the Yankton defense on 1st and 22. Keenholz to Kaiser getting the first down.
And now same formation, but just flip it for the left hash mark now. Keenholz back to pass again and into middle of the field. Ball is knocked loose and recovered by Yankton. And on the recovery is Rainer Roig.
Yeah, Oswald made the play there. That really is textbook on how to cover a drag route in man coverage. You got to wrap up, and he did. And the ball just kind of popped out there. I wasn't sure if it was necessarily even the hit. It just kind of popped out, and either way, break Yankton needed on defense, and now are able to get the ball back to this offense with a fresh set of downs.
So credit Cody Oswald with the forced fumble, then Rainer Roig with the fumble recovery. And as you said, that maybe that's just the break Yankton needs to just get this offense going, just get on the board with a touchdown. 5:01 to go in the third, and there's Rugby Reichen out there. Trips receivers 2 to the right, 2 to the left.
And like I said earlier last season against T, very similar situation, we're able to come back.
And reception right at midfield by Peyton Peterson, and he is leveled into the Pierre sideline, but he does bring it in for a nice, about a 6 or 7 yard gain for the Bucks.
And that's where Yankton had some success in the first half, a couple quick passes, and they've had success with that all year. I think that's an easy way to avoid pressure, too. Look for them to do that, a little more of that.
And now it is Rugby. Rugby, hand on. Nope, quarterback keeper going right up the middle. And I think he'll be just short of the first down marker by about a yard.
Yeah, exact same situation as last drive here. Yankton going to have to convert. They punted last time in this situation. Going to have to try to stay on the field.
It is 4:10 to go here in the third quarter. 3rd and 1 for the Bucks. And quarterback keeper for Rugby. He has the first down, lunges forward, and rumbles his way to about the 44-yard line. And that'll be enough for a Yankton Bucks first down.
Yeah, nice play there by Reichen. Lunges forward, gets the first, moves the sticks. Maybe that's exactly what this offense needed, just get something going.
And high snap brought down by Rugby. Handoff to Evan Sirk. Sirk now moving out to the right and is taken down to the grass past the 40-yard line to the Governor 38. And so a gain of about 6 on the play for Sirk.
Yeah, nice gain there by Sirk. And that's really his strength, is bouncing outside. They called a nice little counter play out of the gun, get him outside and get a couple yards. And that really is what he does well, and you saw it there.
And we had a Governor down, some cramping. Rugby Reichen came out there to actually help. That was really nice. And now Pierre took over. Now their trainers will come out as well. And like I said, 3:44 right now on the game clock in the third quarter. The score 34-3. Pierre on top of Yankton. And we will have the injured Governor come off the field under his own power. That is Chase Sarda.
In tonight's 50-50 drawing. Also still have a pink iPod Nano. If you're missing a pink
or is that
iPod
Trey
Nano,
Lewis?
please head on up to the
What number was that?
That is number 22, Chase Sarda there,
okay,
like
yeah.
you said, who was down on the play. But he, like you said, gets off under his own power. Should be fine. Probably just some cramping or something like that. You know, long game here today.
We are doctors, so not really, though. And the handoff to Sirk. Sirk blowing up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a block really didn't form Josh on that right side.
Yeah, not much going there. And Yankton's had troubles with that, kind of running out inside since Swanson went out. And it's going to be interesting to see if they can keep that going. Not a lot of time left to keep doing that, but either way with what the score is, I think you just kind of run your offense as it is.
And empty backfield. Rugby out to the right and completed pass on the far side of the field to Tucker Gilmore brings it in. And it is 4th and 4 now for the Bucks. Huge 4th down here for Yankton. They just need to get on the board, so they need 4 yards right here, Josh. We have one running back in the backfield, 2 receivers to the left. Sirk gets a handoff, goes up the middle, and he will. I don't think he has it.
That's going to be close.
And see if they give it to him or not.
I feel like Tony Romo right now. I don't know, Bryce.
I don't know, Jim.
See, at least from here where the ball's placed, it looks like it, but once again, that's one of those where, yep, they're going to bring out the sticks here and try to measure this one.
First down, Yankton. Fresh set of downs for the Yankton Bucks, just barely, Josh, inches.
Yeah, first down there, and we are getting reports of no video right now on KYNTV, so we'll kind of take a look at that, and we'll update you when we can get that going. But as it stands right now, 1st and 10 here for the Bucks on the 34-yard line, 2:50 remaining here in the third quarter.
I fixed it.
All right, and we are fixed.
I stepped on a button.
And sometimes that happens when you're on a scissors lift. But either way, pass incomplete there. Riken looked like he was looking for Sirk.
Ball falls incomplete. We'll bring up
And yes, Evan Sirk, incomplete pass there. So 2nd and 10 now for the Bucks. 2:38 to go in the third. And now it is Rugby 2-back set. Drops back, rolling out to his right, toss downfield, incomplete pass broken up by the Pierre secondary. It'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Yeah, 3rd and 10, not what you wanting to happen here in this situation. But either way, going to have to try to get first here to keep this drive that's been pretty nice going.
And now a Rugby single back set again, sending Tyler Solar in motion from the near to the far side. Now back. Rugby rolling out to the left. And cross-field pass for Sirk. Sirk brings it in, has some room on the right side. He is to about the 15-yard line. Beautiful run by Evan Sirk, just hugging that sideline, Josh, and getting upfield.
Yeah, nice play there by Riken and Sirk. Riken kind of improvising, throwing it off his back foot. And Sirk able to make a man miss and then had a lane. Nice play there. Now the Bucks in the red zone for the 3rd time tonight, trying to come away with points. Only 3 points after 2 trips to the red zone there, to see if they can capitalize here. And we have a whistle. Looks like maybe a timeout.
Dead ball. Encroachment. Defense.
Encroachment on the defense. That's actually going to be a penalty on Pierre. We'll cut the field in half for Yankton, now down to the 7 with a chance here to try to score.
And I'm getting reports, Josh, that Evan Sirk immediately went to the sideline. He may be hurt as well for Yankton.
Yeah, now it almost looks like Oswald's actually lined up in the backfield. Here's some, or maybe empty set, but right now it looks like it was Oswald that was next to Riken. Either way, he's actually going to go out. Now Platt's coming in.
So you have 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Rugby now. Quarterback keeper. Will he get into the end zone? He's grinding, rumbling, and just short of the goal line is a Rugby Riken.
Yeah, nice little run there. And what added to that is he had a nice little fake pitch out there to Platt and then was able to get a couple of yards. And actually they're going to say 2nd and 2 here for Yankton.
And we have a timeout, and that will be called by Pierre. Want to get the correct defensive set on the field. Timeouts are brought to you by one of the biggest employers in Yankton, Hedro. And if you're looking for a new career opportunity or maybe a quick break, visit jobs@hedro.com. Back in 30 seconds.
FM 1021 and AM 1450. KYNT, Yankton.
There are a lot of benefits for your small business when you have a relationship with your locally owned and operated The UPS Store. I'm Doug Frederick, manager of the UPS Store of Yankton. Not only do we provide excellent customer service, but we also provide the necessary tools to help your small business thrive. We can help you with everything ing, printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs, even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing. Every ing for your small business, and of course, shipping. The UPS Store of Yankton, across from Walmart.
Welcome back here to Hollister Field. It is 34-3. Pierre with about 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Yankton with second and 2 from about the 3-yard line. Power package here. Riken pulls right, runs, and gets 6. You can put that on the board. Rugby Riken with a quarterback power into the end zone, cutting this lead to 34-9 with 1:53 remaining in the third quarter. Yankton getting their first touchdown of the game, and of course it is Rugby Riken. Yankton liking to run that power package there as we're getting reports on KYNTV. We are back on. That is good here. But either way, Riken with the score on that quarterback power play.
Now Trevor Paulson out for the extra point. Thanks, Josh. Yep. Just scissor lift stories, man. I'm telling you. And nice snap, nice hold, and nice kick for Trevor Paulson. Goes into beyond the stands, right into the field house. It is now 34-10. Pierre on top of the Yankton Bucks. 1:53 to go in the third. We're going to go ahead and step aside for 1 minute. We'll be back. Yankton will be kicking off. This is Bucks football, KYNT, KYNTV.
It's the season of getting cozy, the season of warm apple ciders and sweet pumpkin pies. Before it's gone, be sure to get in the car, rev up that engine, put your pedal to the metal, and burn rubber before heading straight to the games. Fall sports are back, and First Dakota is sitting right up front with you on this adrenaline roller coaster. Raise your hands with every game-saving point, shout out your lungs when it kicks into overtime, and enjoy the ride of the season. Make some noise with First Dakota National Bank. Open a new account online today at firstdakotanationalbank.com. Member FDIC.
It's time for a new kind of credit card. One that's with you where you are, wherever life leads. The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO earns you unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase, every day, every step of the way. For important information and limitations regarding the rewards program, visit fnbo.com/evergreen for complete details. From the great big small bank, ever ready for you to earn more so you can do more. Only with Evergreen by FNBO. Learn more today at fnbo.com/evergreen.
And that was Yankton on their scoring drive, brought to you by Gerstner Oil for your daily fill-ups and your convenience needs. Pull into Triple Time Rudy's today. Well, of course, they were in the Midwest Insurance Agency Red Zone, local independent insurance agency offering insurance from a local South Dakota company, the Smet Farm Mutual. Midwest Insurance Agency is located just east of the Yankton Bowl. And 3 for 1, Josh, because I want to make sure that big block that we got rugby in there, brought to you by H&R Block. Open year-round, providing bookkeeping, payroll, and tax services. Call 665-3366. Kickoff to Pierre. They are on their own 20-yard line. 34-10 score. Lincoln Keenholz and the Governors with the ball. And he has one back set. Hand up to Mosier. Mosier, a lot of room in the middle. Cuts off field and is brought down by the caller. That is I understand that flag.
Yeah, that one, I think so, but it's also so fast on that I can't tell at the time. It looks like he did grab it, but so yeah, it was just hard to see from
It's
here.
me and Braden versus you. We both are like, yep.
Well, if it's me and Braden, or you and Braden versus me, usually I win. So
okay,
yeah.
all right. No, but another one, and that will be going back, or forward, I should say, some extra yards. And so that will.
Face mask. Defense.
I like to think the Yankton crowd agrees with me, guys.
What's that?
I like to think the fans watching at home agree with me. But,
yeah.
You know, nah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it looked like
I have
said,
my wife.
That's fair. That's fair.
And my daughter Kirby. We're good. No, but Pierre is just knocking on the Yankton territory right here. Ball on their own 49-yard line. Fresh set of downs, obviously. Minute 40 to go in the third quarter. And hand up to Mosier. Mosier, another big break off or a run. He is to the 30, to the 25. Just blows over some Yankton Bucks. Deep into some Yankton territory. The ball did come loose. I think he was very, very down by the time it did, right?
Yeah, it looked like he was down on that. But, you know, impressive run there by Mosier. He's finding the hole, hitting it, and then made a
No, it's a Yankton takeaway.
And actually, they're gonna. Yeah, they are saying that. That's back-to-back fumbles, stopping drives here for Pierre.
And was recovered by the Bucks.
And that's one I'd have to go back and look at again. But yeah, it looked down to me, but I'm not completely sure.
But a mental note of when to look. Minute 32 in the third, and 34-10 the score. Yankton has a chance to get this ball back and go down and score again. See if they can start shifting some momentum their own direction. And it will be Shaler Platt in the backfield again with Rugby Riken. Evan Sirk has not come back out yet. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Empty backfield now, and Rugby keeps it himself and move out to the left. He's just past the 20-yard line. Gain of a few on the play for Rugby.
Yeah, and you know, and this is a situation where if you can get a score and go for 2, all of a sudden you're down 2 scores. But you got to get down the field first, and that's been a bit of a process for Yankton here today. But either way, found some success on that last drive, trying to cut this one down to 2 scores.
And now Rugby takes the snap, rolling out to his right. Toss downfield to Austin Goebel. Led him just a few yards too many. If Goebel brings that in, Josh, and if he has enough speed behind him, he turns upfield, that was all the way to the house.
Right, he had Goebel on that, just kind of missed him a little bit. But that's a tough throw to make. You're throwing it to the corner while running. But, yeah, either way, it was there.
And now Shaler Platt again. For those just joining, wondering where Gavin Swanson or Cirque are, we don't know the situation on Cirque, but Gavin Swanson left earlier in the game and is on crutches in street clothes on the sideline. And so now Rugby Riken. Toss over to Cody Oswald at the 30-yard line. Turns upfield to the 35. Brought down at about the 37-yard line. Nice gain for Yankton, and that'll be a Yankton first down.
Yeah, nice play there. Got Oswald outside for the first. Now you need to move quick. Get as many plays in as possible as you can to try to get as many yards as you can before the end of the third quarter.
And now 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Again, Shaler Platt back in that, what I would assume is a blocking back position. And now Rugby taking some time at the line. Now make sure he has the right formation. There's the snap, looking to pass. Nothing on the left that he likes. Now looking to the right, points upfield, but is brought down in the backfield.
Yeah, and if you're Rugby, you got to get rid of that one. You can't be taking sacks at this point. He had time to get rid of that, but wasn't able to.
He's dropped up, wrapped up, and dropped
And
for a
15 seconds to go in the third.
Number 53, Jacob Mikkonen with the quarterback sack.
And that may have been the last play of the third quarter. And I think it will be. I don't think they're going to get to the line in time. They are hustling, but
Loss of 5 on the
3, 2, 1, and that they're going to get the playoff. All right, so there's going to be a false start on Yankton. And now a toss downfield to Cody Oswald. He is brought down at the 40, but I think this is going to go right back, Josh.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be false start, though, because they would have called that. They would have just blown the play dead.
True.
Maybe there was someone just lined up weird or something like that.
We've seen it all literally tonight, so I don't know.
34-10.
Yeah, we'll find out. Well, that is the end of the third quarter. 34-3 is the score. We'll be back in 1 minute. Yankton still with the football here at Hollister Field. It was an illegal shift as we enter our quick break. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Second down.
Bucks and Gazelles fall sports are in full swing. Unfortunately, with them may come injury. The Yankton Medical Clinic provides patients with the latest technologies and procedures in orthopedic care. Orthopedic surgeons, Dr. Brent Adams and Dr. Jeremy Kudera, specialize in athletic injuries, including fractures and sprains, shoulder, ankle, and knee injuries, and more. They'll have your favorite athlete back in the game in no time, offering the highest level of care right here at home. Call the Yankton Medical Clinic today. So much care, so close to home.
A radio commercial for hearing loss is tricky. You see, there are 2 scenarios. Either it's you, or it could be the loved one you're with. Here's how to find out. If the radio is deafeningly loud right now, it's probably not you. If it's not deafeningly loud, look over at your loved one wearing earplugs. Maybe it's time to visit the hearing experts, Avera Medical Group Audiology Yankton. Doctors Matt Rumsey and Kendra Bailey can get you back to never missing a beat during a conversation. They offer the latest technology and free 2-week test drives. Call 605-655-1220.
Welcome back to Hollister Field. Bryce Ladwig Josh Boelter here with you. And we begin the fourth quarter of action. 2nd and 24, Yankton. And Rugby with the snap. And tosses it over to the left. And is received and brought down at about the Peyton Peterson. And that will be down right at the 33-yard line. About 3rd and 14.
Yeah, now you got to move the ball forward just a little bit here. You have 2 plays here to get 14 yards. You don't need it all on this play.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Rugby again looking to pass, has plenty of protection. And now scrambles onto his left. The protection is gone and intercepted by Pierre right deep into, or right on Yankton territory, right at the 48-yard line. And that was intercepted by Lincoln Keenholz.
Yeah.
Of all players, Lincoln Keenholz picks off Rugby Riken, his 2nd interception of the game.
You know, Mr. Do-It-All, he scored a lot of touchdowns today. He's been kicking off, punting, and now you see him there with the interception on defense. Really just a talented athlete and making another play right there.
So Pierre takes over on their own 48. And Yankton's defense again being asked to come out here and slow down. And Yankton has been on the field for quite a long time in this game, Josh.
Yeah, and and they've seen a lot. And I feel like in a lot of ways they've played pretty well. It was just that run there in the second quarter where Pierre just kind of dominated. And
they had a stretch, yeah.
Yeah, that stretched about 3 or 4 drives in a row, which I know that in total is a good offense. But, I feel like this defense has played well overall.
And Brock Moser has another big gap to the 40, to the Yankton 30, to the Yankton 20, the 15, 10, 5, and another Pierre Governor touchdown. Brock Moser has just unleashed on Yankton. He has found some giant holes, Josh, in like 5 consecutive runs.
Yeah, and that's been open, and he would have probably had one on that last drive outside the fumble, but Moser there with 6 just took it to the house, and I don't know if there was a Yankton jersey that touched him on that play.
No, but this has gotten very, very one-sided here at Hollister Field. It is now 40-10 for the Governors. An extra point coming up here. And kicking that extra point, Andrew Kimpea through the uprights. 41-10, Governors on top. We'll take a break. Yankton to receive the ball here from Hollister Field on KYNT, KYNTV.
Governors now lead 41-10.
In the lab or up on stage, Mount Marty University has a place for you. From athletes and artists to academics and alumni, together we cheer each other on and work to make a difference in the lives of those around us. Show your spirit at a university that celebrates what makes us different. Schedule a tour at Mount Marty University by visiting mountmarty.edu or calling 605-668-1545.
Think about how people really see you. The kid at the drive-thru just sees a coffee drinker.
Please move forward.
Your local barista sees the person who loves a smiley face in their latte.
See you next time.
It's kind of the same way with insurance. Other insurance companies just see a customer, but a State Farm agent sees more. They see you as a neighbor. Your State Farm agent is here to get to know who you really are, so they can help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411 today to learn more.
And welcome back to Hollister Field. 41-10 lead for the Governors over the Yankton Bucks. And just Yankton's trying to just get some momentum on their side. They did get on the board with the touchdowns. That was a big deal. You never want to go into somewhere and not score a touchdown, Josh, or get shut out, for if you will. They were never going to get shut out. They scored a field goal, but it was nice to get on the board. But now you're just looking at some big numbers there, 41-10 deficit. And this thing was a hard fight. I'd say the first half of the first quarter, and then just kind of started creeping into Pierre territory, and then just really the gates is kind of open. But Yankton trying to climb it back into it here. 2 receivers, 2 left, 2 to the right. And Rugby now looking to pass, ball on Yankton's own 20. And pass deep downfield to Austin Goebel, and intercepted by Pierre. At about the 42-yard line, and is intercepted by Jaden Wiebe, the 6-foot senior.
And that's just a tough play to make. Riken was rolling to the opposite side, trying to throw it back across on a deep post. That's a throw that you really only see be made in the NFL. There's a lot of guys at the college level that can't make that throw. So, and Rugby's a talented quarterback, but that is a difficult throw to make. And he almost got it there, but it was just a little short. But either way, tough play.
And now it will be Lincoln's offense coming back out onto the field, and Lincoln's defense again asking themselves if they can slow down Lincoln Keenholz, and right now, lately, Brock Moser.
Yeah, he's been hitting the holes hard here in the second half.
And Moser gets the carry and hits the hole hard and almost has a first down. I think it's a gain of about 8 yards on the play.
Run downhill, rumbles ahead for a gain of 9. Brought down by number 34, Charles.
And so gain of 9 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 1 for Pierre Governors.
Yeah, and he's not even necessarily very tall, 5'7", but he just, when he sees that hole, he finds it and he goes. And you've seen that a lot here, especially in the second half. He's been running the ball really well in this Yankton defense.
And 10:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. Again, the score, 41-10 for those listening. And 2nd and short 2 now for the Governors. Ball right on the 50. Keenholz Claps the hands, gets the hand out to Brock Mosier. Mosier goes right up the middle, and what is going on with Brock Mosier in these runs? And gets into Yankton territory at about the 39, maybe the 38, I'm going to say the 39-yard line. And I'm only aside, Josh, because the PA here has a personality, I'll tell you.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You just heard it right there, and it's been working. Mosier there with a lot of good runs here in this second half, and he's just been doing a phenomenal job as the tailback here for Pierre.
And now single back set. Keenholz claps the hands and hand off to Mosier. Mosier now hits the gap hard, gets to the Yankton 30, slowed down eventually on the carry, maybe the 31-yard line. Gain of about 8 on the play for Mosier. So 9:35 to go in the fourth, and Pierre marching downfield.
2nd and 3, Governor Ball.
And now we have about the same formation here. Keenholz, single back set, one receiver on each side. And Keenholz letting some play clock. Killing some clock here. And then finally gets the snap and rolls out to his right to pass. Pass is broken up by Yankton, and on that breakup, it is Lucas Kamshoff on the breakup.
And he does a really good job in pass coverage as a linebacker, and he gets a pass breakup there on second.
And also on that defensive effort, Rainer Roig. It's now 9:01 on the clock in the fourth. And Keenholz just super impressive as far as the kinds of things he's able to do, Josh. He doesn't do any one thing to the best we've ever seen, but he does many things right up there. He's quite the athlete. As I say that, cuts up to the middle of the field on a quarterback keeper, gets all the way to about the 11-yard line.
Yeah, and you just saw it right there, another gain of 20, and he just is an incredible athlete. I'm curious to see at the end here what exactly he's at for rushing and passing yards.
Yeah, we'll get our official stats. We usually keep our own stats, but again, scissor lift troubles. But we will get those stats for you in the post game. And now it is one receiver on each side, and we have a flag out on the field.
False start.
Another
Offense.
flag here, and
Number
that's going to be
71.
on the offense.
5-yard
False start.
penalty. Remains first down.
So false start going on Pierre. Yeah, you're interested to see how many yards he has. I'm interested to see how many penalty yards both teams have combined. And I actually have some people, Josh, inquiring about that very thing right now.
Yeah, I know, and that's something we'll find out here. But, yeah, a lot of penalties.
Pass to the end zone, right on a middle route, and that is to Cade Kaiser, the 6'2 junior. And that is another Pierre Governor touchdown.
Yeah, and just what a dominant offense there. Another score for Keenholz, and he just, you know, he's the best in the state, and you're seeing why here today.
And I'm waiting on the firework here because it always startles me. There it is. So 8:20 to go in the fourth. It'll be Campia to put it through. Nice snap, nice hold, nice kick. And it is 48-10. Pierre on top of the Yankton Bucks. 8:20 to go in the fourth. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is Yankton Bucks football.
Tuxedo Truck Bed Covers is proud to call Yankton home and be a part of such a strong local community. Tuxedo's commitment to excellence in producing the best product available drives us forward. And it's a commitment we share with Yankton High School football. And that's why we're strong supporters of our Yankton Bucks. So let's unite, pack those stands, and cheer on our Bucks to victory. Be loud, be proud, be Yankton.
Have aches and pains taken you out of your game? At First Chiropractic Centers, we have been helping people get back into their game for nearly 40 years. Whether your game is sports related, or it looks more like gardening, household chores, exercising, or just daily life, if your pain is preventing you from enjoying or participating in your chosen activity, we can help. First Chiropractic Centers, whole health with hands-on healing, with offices in Yankton, Statland, Hardington, Tyndall, and Wagner.
And 8:20 to go in the fourth. We return here to Hollister Field at the state capitol in Pierre. And Lincoln Keyholes. Nice boot into the end zone. No, it'll be just short of the end zone. And, oh, jeez. Austin Global does pick it up to return a little bit late, but he does have some room and gets to the 19-yard line, maybe the 18, depends where they mark it here. It's always hard to tell, Josh, on the grass field and our vantage point of where markings are.
Yeah, kind of hard there about the 18, 19-yard line. Kind of a bad break there in the kickoff. Thought it was going to go into the back of the end zone, but died short there, and Coble had no choice but to pick that one up. Thought maybe he was going to break something loose, but didn't see a defender behind him and got caught.
Just inside the 20.
End zone now, it'll be Rugby Riken and this Bucks offense looking for some offensive life here on this drive. And Rugby now, single back set. I believe that's still Shaler Platt. And low snap and has to jump out, and Pierre almost gets the turnover, but Rugby does jump on top of it for a loss.
Yeah, an unfortunate play there, and that's the last thing you need in this type of situation. But either way, just a bad snap on that one.
And so a loss of 5 on the play, maybe.
I think they're going to mark this one 2nd and 18.
Yeah,
actually.
2nd and 18, so quite a loss. Rugby looking to pass. He's looking to Oswald. Oswald brings it. No, I thought he had it. Can't bring it in at the 35 right in front of us here. And that was actually a really nice throw, but even nicer attempt by Oswald to bring that one in.
Yeah, just good play all around. Just weren't able to come up with it. But that's where you want to place those. You either want to go in front of him or behind, where Oswald can go back and get on the back shoulder. But unfortunately for that one, just wasn't able to come up with it.
And now 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Schiller Platt back in that blocking back position. And now Rugby takes a snap and rolls out to his left, tries to cut up field, actually loses his footing under him right at the line of scrimmage. And that will bring up 4th down. The punt crew will come out for Yankton.
Yeah, and just an unfortunate quick series there for Yankton, trying to get something going on offense, and weren't able to there.
And so now Trevor Paulson, a couple feet inside of Yankton's own end zone, looking to punt here for the Bucks, trying to get as deep as possible. Takes his time, and really nice punt from Trevor Paulson, one of the best in the state. And the ball will be fair caught right at the Yankton 49-yard line. So almost gets it into Pierre territory. A very nice punt from Trevor Paulson.
Yeah, good punt there, and he's been good as always. Had a couple situations where he could have had a block, but was still able to get off punts today. He's been really good, obviously, on special teams all day with a field goal as well in this one.
Stay tuned for our post-game show, and we will have a very quick post-game show for a variety of reasons. 1, we're trying to beat what could possibly be some rain rolling in. And then 2, we're on a scissor lift.
Yes.
Oh, and 3, it's a long drive home.
Yes, it is. And we both got shows tomorrow.
Yes. Coach's Corner, 9:05 a.m. Obviously, if you want to tune in earlier with Josh Boelter, we'll be manning the KYNT studio, bringing you news, weather, sports. And Braden doesn't have to work tomorrow, Josh. He gets to just relax.
That's not true.
Yes. I'll let you explain why in a second. That is true. And Brock Mosier, another big run for Pierre. Oh, excuse me. That's Trevor Rounds on the Governor run there. And then we also have a new quarterback in. It is Elijah Bucci, the 6'2 sophomore for Pierre in at quarterback.
Yeah, so explain what's going on tomorrow. We have Lancer football, the first home game of the season against number 23 Midland tomorrow. Steve Toom and Tel Tanner will be on the call for that one. And, of course, our very own Braden Butler will be running camera. He does a great job.
I felt the raindrop. Sorry to interrupt your broadcast. I felt the raindrops. Now I'm freaking out.
Oh, well, don't freak out. But no, it'll be a really good game tomorrow. That's noon pregame, kickoff at 1 o'clock here on KYNT and KYNTV. You don't want to miss that. First home game of the season. Lancers getting their first win of the program a couple weeks ago, trying to continue to build some momentum on the season here on their third game. First home game of the season. I believe there's also going to be a tailgate to start there, an official Lancer tailgate at 10 a.m. at Phantom Memorial Park as well. So a lot of good stuff going on for the Lancers tomorrow, and we'll have that all here on our station, KYNT and KYNTV.
Is there any free hot dogs for me?
I don't know.
Got a timeout on the field.
Or, to purchase, maybe.
There will be hot dogs. Will you get them for free? That I don't know.
Depends who I talk to, right? Well, we have a timeout on the field. Timeout's brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. Visit hedro.com. Actually, that is jobs.hedro.com. I apologize. We'll be back in 1 minute here from Hollister Field.
Still looking for a taker on the
community
Navy
bank.
versus K.
Core Trust delivers more than just checking and savings accounts. We invest in the cities and towns where we live and work by volunteering to coach youth sports teams, supporting local charities and the arts with our time and resources. Whether we live in a rural town in South Dakota or a suburban city in Minnesota, it's a place we call home. Core Trust Bank. Raise your expectations.
Member FDIC.
Education. That is one of our core values here at Missouri River Associates. Just making a sale is not our number one priority here. Our office is here to educate you on your choices in the insurance world. We are here to guide you in making the right choice for you, your family, or your business. Our agents are honest and transparent with you on your coverages. Let one of our agents show you your options today. Missouri River Associates, 665-6885.
Number 46, Nicholas But the Governors are able to pick up another Governor.
The Governors are marching toward another touchdown, but Yankton will be saddled with their first loss of the season. They'll go to 3-1 on the season, and just not the performance you want here at the state capitol. Number one versus also number one team in 11 AA, but as far as power rankings, number one versus number three, just not the result that anyone in the stands or, of course, the sideline wanted to see, Josh.
Yeah, and these were two teams that are in the top three in the media polls, top three in the standings, and it just shows how good and how dominant Pierre's been over Class 11 AA to take a really good Yankton team and kind of just dominate them for 4 quarters.
And now another handoff. And that is to Trevor Rounds, the 5'10 sophomore. And even the Pierre depth is scary to watch sometimes, Josh. Could this be a situation where we're watching even more future state title winners? Who knows?
Yeah, and, it's just curious to see who's next for both teams. It's always good to see the future of both squads, and you're getting a chance to see that right now, specifically on the Pierre offense.
And Rounds again, the carry, goes around the corner, and that's another Pierre Governor touchdown. And that is going to mark them at 54-10. 55 pending the extra point. Waiting on this firework, Josh. You keep looking at me. Look over here.
Yeah, and I also, not to panic, you just felt a raindrop out here, but
quick post game, everyone. Yankton brought to you by Yankton Rexall, and we'll have we're gonna have one segment right after the whistle. We'll go over as much as we can, and then we're gonna start packing up because we do have some umbrellas, but Mother Nature sometimes is undefeated, so we're just gonna try to hurry up and have a very quick post-game show, get on the road, and talk to you about what's next, and tell you again about tomorrow. And as the extra point is good, it is 55-10. Actually, Josh, again, let's just go over tomorrow. It is you on KYNT in the morning, of course, bringing you news, weather, sports, and the Coach's Corner tomorrow at 9:05. Make sure you tune in, talk to the varsity and many sub-varsity coaches for all Yankton High School athletics. And, yes, we'll talk to Coach, all the Yankton football coaches as well, get their thoughts on all this action that we had here at Hollister Field. And there's going to be some tough questions tomorrow. That show's always fun, but they're always gracious enough to come eat some Pizza Ranch pizza and answer some questions for us there in the KYNT studios. And then Lancer football, 12 o'clock pregame, 1 o'clock kickoff. The home opener for Lancer football, as Josh said earlier, taking on number 23 team in the nation in Midland University. And Lancers are 1-1 on the year, so it should be very fun. And we're not going to have a coach post-game interview, but that would be brought to you by Rhonda Westland State Farm Insurance. Let Rhonda review your current home, auto, or life insurance to see if she can help you save some money. That's Rhonda Westland State Farm. And we are going to go over stats all tomorrow morning on the Coach's Corner. I apologize, but the rain is coming down, so we are going to bug out here soon. Hey, speaking of bugging out, it is time for Olson's Pest Technicians Pest of the Game. Your residential and commercial pest control solutions. Call 1-800-KIL-BUGS. And Josh, for Pest of the Game, who do you have?
Yeah, I'm going to say Cody Oswald. He forced a couple fumbles, had a nice couple hits, really played well in the defensive end. Like I said, forced that turnover here in the second half. I think you got to go Oswald.
And then our offensive player of the game brought to you by Hy-Vee. There's a helpful smile in every aisle. It will be, I'll leave it up to Josh here in a momentarily. But not a great offensive day for the Bucs, but there were some big plays.
Yeah, and I think the answer on that has got to, I was going to say Cody Oswald again because he had 90 yards receiving.
It's happened.
Yeah, Cody Oswald. I think he got 90 yards receiving on the day, had a nice offensive performance for Yankton, and really just kind of stepped up on a couple big plays.
Easton Nelson in at quarterback for the Bucs, along with the rest of the Yankton depth. And usually we go over all of who's on the field, but we're trying to just kind of wrap our broadcast up. I do apologize, but rain is coming down, and I'm not a fan of Mother Nature. Out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Upper Midwest Garage Doors, specializing in the sales, installation, and service of residential and commercial garage doors and openers through eastern South Dakota. Upper Midwest Garage Doors, your local authorized dealer.
Yeah, taking a look at some scores here. Sioux Falls, Washington picks up a victory against Watertown, 30-0. T-Area up 42-0 over Douglas with 11 minutes left in that one. Huron up 21-12 against Sturgis with 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Brookings picked up a 33-20 victory over Spearfish, and Aberdeen took down Mitchell 27-13.
Thank you. And then do you have our Hardington and Crofton scores by chance?
I will find
What were they at half again?
Let's see here. Let me pull that up really
Sorry about that.
quick here. No problem. At the half, Crofton was leading Hardington Newcastle 31-20, and Cedar Catholic was up 27-7 at half against Logan Field.
And East Nelson on the quarterback keeper. Thank you, Josh. And what's next? What's next week? Some 11 AA matchups. Would you go over those?
Yeah, taking a look here at next week. Of course, homecoming for Yankton. They'll be hosting T-Area, who got that win today. Pierre will be at Watertown, so they've got a bit of a haul going east. Mitchell versus Sioux Falls Jefferson, as well as Brookings versus Douglas, and Huron versus Aberdeen Central.
All right, thank you, Josh. And we're going to go ahead and bypass highlights tonight as well. There was one Yankton touchdown, and that was from a run from Rugby Riken. And there was one that was called back, so if you want to count that one in your mind. But that will do it. The final score as the final buzzer goes off, 55-10. Pierre defeats Yankton here on their homecoming, and that's the first loss of the season. Pierre for Yankton. So Yankton now 3-1 on the year. Pierre improves to 4-0. They have the sole lead in Class 11 AA, and still obviously with the lead in the ESD Conference. And thank you to the Pierre School District. We made a lot of jokes, and it is kind of funny, but for the train that's right behind me as I try to get this done, man. And that is a train going right behind us here, and just thanks to the Pierce School District for providing the scissor lift and everything that we really needed here at Hollister Field. And to all of our sponsors, and to Aaron Stewart, our KYNT studio producer, Braden Butler, our camera operator here at the field. For Josh Boelter, I'm Bryce Ladwig. Again, your final score, 55-10. Yankton falls to Pierre. And make sure you tune in to Lancer football tomorrow, pregame at noon. But, of course, the Coach's Corner, 9:05, right on KYNT and KYNTV. Have a great night.
Thank you for listening to KYNC or watching on KYNTV. This broadcast is property of Riverfront Sports and is brought to you by
Mason Schramm and the Move Group, Hedro, Avera, Truxedo, Culligan Water, USD Athletics,
1919 Root Beer, Rhonda Westland State Farm, Vision Real Estate, Missouri River Associates, Buell's Cleaners, South Dakota Office of the Attorney General, Triple Time Rudy's, H&R Block, Top Notch